stuff, 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 stuff. She sounds spoiled. She's very spoiled. Very much so. She didn't know what spoiled was until she got adopted by us. True story.
Live footage of scammers fully panicking. Let's give these scammers a phone call and record their live reactions to a hacker revealing their true identities.
Yeah, my name is
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So, Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev?
You are Sanjeev. You are Sanjeev. और आपका नाम लिखा था राजा. राजा.
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to explain to you how I found these scammers.
Okay.
I was doing my usual look around for scammer phone numbers when I came across a list of websites that looked very scammy to say the least. The website looks fairly tame and legit on the surface, but in reality, it's all a scheme to get you to pay for useless drivers or security. But who are the people coming across a fake website that's offering Alexa support? Well, someone who just purchased themselves a brand new Amazon Alexa device, and when they tried to set it up, the instructions informed them to download the Alexa app. So they go on Google and search something up like download Alexa app, but instead of coming across the Google Play Store or the App Store, they get those fake sponsored scam links that I showed you previously. Now on the website, the victim is given multiple options of download. I'm using Windows, so I go ahead and initiate the download for Windows. And I get this fake looking progress bar, and after it loads, it gives me the exact same error message every single time. Reading network error, we couldn't complete your download, please chat with us for more info. And under that, a little option to join the chat. At this point, I know exactly where this is going. As soon as I join the support chat, the scammers will ask me for my name and phone number for a callback to my cell phone. Once they have me on the phone, they will convince me that I need to install remote access software for them to fix the issue. And I do the one thing that you are never supposed to do. I let them remotely gain access to my computer, but while they attempt to connect to me, I am actually connecting back to them, reversing the access onto their computer. What is that?
Let me just show you.
I don't know what the IP is.
Here we
Look
go.
over here. Do you see that here?
What is that?
Here,
These are the people who are connected with your computer, sir.
They're connected with my
Right now.
computer right now? Right now, the scammer is connected to my computer, but I've actually connected right back to hers, and I'm watching her computer screen as she attempts to run the scam.
With their devices, yes. And in order to do that, sir, in order to install the device, the drivers, and to make sure that they work fine on your computer and there'll be no trouble in the future.
Anybody here ever watch these?
How long you want the driver, sir? You want it for the 2 years, you want it for the 3, 5, 10.
Now, while the so-called issues on the computer are actually completely normal, and everything the scammer has told me up to this point has been a lie, he will now try to pitch me one of their bogus support plans. Oh, okay, and what's it called? Okay, so I see the price here. It says $299 for 2 years. And then I see $390.
For the protection of your phone.
Yeah.
Yes, for that, it is the protection on your devices as well. For example, if in the future somebody gets connected with your computer or your IP address and they try to do anything bad activity on the devices of yours, they won't be able to connect with you, so.
Okay, wonderful. So that's all I have to do is pay for the security and all those problems will stop?
Yes.
But there was not a single problem in the first place with this fake virtual computer that I created 10 minutes ago. And honestly, I wasted enough of this scammer's time, so I decided to confront her about the scam.
Yes, sir. Do you want this driver? Do you want this security or you don't want this, sir?
I don't know. Some of those services were supposed to be running. Some of them are supposed to be stopped. Some of them are supposed to be running. And you're telling me there's something wrong with my computer. I'm starting to think that you're a scammer. Are you a scammer?
Why would have a scammer?
It sounds like you're a scammer. Oh, why are you disconnecting from my computer, you fake scammer?
That's what you think, sir.
But that's the truth. You know you're a scammer, right? You're lying.
That's not the truth.
All right, so where are you located right now? Where are you located right now? So while that was happening, I was silently taking a look into this scammer's network, and that was actually when I found the set of CCTV security cameras, guessed the password, and could see everything that was going on inside of this massive scam call center. These cameras gave me an insight into the day-to-day lives of these scammers, and gave me a good sense of what the call center looked like and what the layout of the building was. The first thing I wanted to do was make a mini-map of the call center. In total, they had 12 camera views, and by doing a simple head count, I could see that there were around 15 to 20 agents usually on the floor at once.
Like,
I spotted them many times eating and socializing, just like in any normal job.
Hey, dun, 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 dun. Arey,
Now, while I gained access to only one machine in this call center and just breached their CCTV security cameras, I didn't know how I was going to further advance my investigation in proving that these people are guaranteed scammers. I had access to their cameras, but they didn't have a feature that allowed me to listen into the audio. And even if I could listen into the audio, it would be very difficult for me to record any scams. The scammers were actually nice enough to have call recording on their phone system switched on.
Oh,
But
nice.
even better yet, they had an application on some of their machines by the name of Flashback Recorder, which is an application that not only screen records the actual desktop display, but the microphone connected to that computer. Now, yes, I can match the timeline of the audio to the timeline of the CCTV's internal playback to watch scams that have happened in the past, but the scammers have made it even easier for me by not using any traditional phone systems, but rather virtual ones. I ended up getting access to a couple more machines in this call center, which allowed me to get some rock-solid evidence of their activities.
Okay, that is also not working. It's giving me the same error message. Can't reach this page.
Ma'am, I'll do one thing for you. I'll guide you some steps on your computer. Please follow it. Let me connect with your computer
always that
remotely
too.
and I'll set it up for you. Would that work?
I got you. I'll do it
That's
for
fine.
you.
So this victim followed some random stranger's instructions and installed a remote access tool on her computer.
Now look at here, ma'am. Can you see there are a number of services which is stopped right now? Network connectivity, network assistant. By any chance, did you stop it, ma'am? Most of your services
Hello?
are down right now that connect your smart devices
farted?
together. And that's the reason you're having
Based farted. Thank you so much for the wonderful gifted sub over to Kitty. Let's go. There we go. One guy, what's going on? How you doing? Thank you for saying thank you, Kitty.
this trouble.
Enjoy those
with
too.
the
Sent you a picture.
Network, ma'am. So let me do one thing for you. Let me put a proper scan on it so we can get the result.
Oh my
while it's
gosh.
saying it,
Thank
okay?
you, Humpty.
I think I've now heard enough of this, and it's now time for me to warn this person about the scam. Hi, hello?
Hello? Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, were you on the phone with a gentleman that sounded Indian a second ago?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
I wanted to tell you,
Michael.
ma'am, that person wasn't from actual tech support. I deal with fraud, like he was a scammer. He was trying to ask...
I figured that when he was trying to download stuff on my computer.
Yeah, I just I wanted to warn you for the future. Like if someone ever tells you to install something like that on your computer, it's like 99% always a scam, okay? Thankfully, I was able to successfully warn that person
Shout
about the
out and,
scam, but there were many more people who had previously been
greatness
scammed
to
before I
people
had a
that
chance to intervene. This was evident from the many photos I downloaded from the scammers' computers, showing payments made via credit card and checks, anywhere from $100 to $1,200 or even $3,000 for absolutely nothing. This photo in particular that made me really disgusted with these scammers, showing how they forced an elderly-looking man to open his webcam, write a check for them, and send it off to some random shell company in the United States. This is not only why I wanted to identify the heartless scammers in India, but also the people facilitating the laundering of money. Because processing checks internationally is far more difficult and could arouse suspicion, the scammers will instead have their victims
How you
make them
feeling
payable
today,
to shell
Giraffe?
companies in the United States.
Hi,
There are many
Johnny.
such companies involved in this scheme, and I've blurred their names because I've reported all of them to US federal authorities where they're being investigated. The information on those checks contain the types of details that are very suitable towards data brokers. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, your relatives, it's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submit opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, or other sensitive information. I don't know if you saw this, but AT&T revealed that over 73 million customer records, both existing and former customers, were released on the dark web. They recommend those affected use strong passwords, monitor account activity, and consider credit freeze or fraud alerts from credit bureaus. Well, Aura does all of this for me, and best of all, I don't have to download several different apps just because a company couldn't keep my data secure. If my info was compromised in the AT&T breach, I wouldn't worry because Aura is always on and always doing the hard work of keeping me safe. I value my privacy and I value yours too, so you can head on over to aura.com/nano on any web browser, and my link will offer you a 14-day free trial, which is risk-free with Aura's 60-day money-back guarantee. Anyways, I can't show you the business names that I reported to law enforcement, but what I can do is try to get the identities of every single person working inside the call center in India. My first approach was taking a look into the scammers' files in their computers, but this would turn out to be unsuccessful as they mostly only stored scam-related documents and not really any personal information that led me to identifying who they were. So at this point, I didn't really know how I was going to get the information of all 30 of these employees, but that's when I noticed someone on one of the camera views in a separate cabin.
Thank you
This
so
individual
much for
is
that.
adamant. She would turn out to be one of the HR managers
appreciate
working
it.
in this call center.
Thank
And my
you for
proof
that
of this is
wonderful
the room
super
she
chat.
operates in literally has a sign that says HR room. And this is where I actually use the CCTV cameras to my advantage. I simply watched the cameras until Avnet would come into the office, waited for her to take the laptop out of her bag, watched her connect to the hijacked internet that I had access to, and then I was able to pivot to her computer directly. On her computer alone, I downloaded over 500 files containing confidential data.
Truthfully, you guys, when it comes down to like just being on the internet in general, if in any way, shape, or form, you should get educated in like these scams that can possibly happen. I know that a lot of you are smart enough not to like, I mean, a lot of us don't even like talk on the phone really. Mandy, oh my gosh. Hello, welcome on in. Hi, Mandy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. Hi, hello. My name is Ash. This is the Haven. I play a variety of games, mainly I also sing, dance, and create art, and we're huge advocates for mental health. It is great to have you in here. Y'all, please, 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 please go follow Mandy. Yeah, do your thing, Johnny. When I pop in here, thank you. Oh, I love that, Mom. I really do. Be money. Penis. Hello, you guys. Hello, hello. Red Thunder, what's going on? I can't wait to see your reaction to NF's video. So I've actually held off on listening to any of his new music because of the fact that I wanted to do some reactions to it. So be aware. But y'all, go follow Mandy right now, okay? It's crazy. Well, you weren't even like planning on streaming today, right? Or not until later? What else should I do? Subscribe to her. Okay. All right. We're just watching a video about scammers getting caught. So yeah. We're very much in the zone with watching this. If you yourself have not watched any of this stuff before, I highly recommend doing so. It's quite entertaining. What's the painting? It's Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Trying to get his nose all situated so that it turns out pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yep, here's Johnny. Yeah, go. Oh my god, don't. Cupcake, thank you so much for the 100 kicks. I appreciate it. But yes, Mom, that is exactly what it is. But what I was saying too, you guys, if you ever get the chance to get a VPN to protect yourself online, highly recommend investing in it, especially if you are a streamer. I feel like it does a lot more good than bad. So thank you, Cupcake. This is acrylic. Yeah, acrylic. How's chat doing today? I say hello to everyone. You guys are so sweet.
Tell you this because the first few files I clicked on had things like employee resumes, photos of their ID cards, even pictures of the scammers themselves, and finally a spreadsheet that contains all of the agents' and managers' personal names, phone numbers, email addresses, and the exact location of where they live. This is a big leak into the company's employee data, and the reason the HR manager would store the scammer's ID photos on her computer was because these scammers don't use traditional keys to enter the call center, but rather access cards. Here I can see the HR manager using the portal to request a new access card for one of the agents.
Yeah, with
it says she's using an account owned by someone with the name of Bekuchas. And we can see a company name on the left side that reads Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited. And if I do a quick Google search of that company, the first thing that comes up is a scammer.info post that was created back in November of 2021. The information listed on that post were things like the director's names of the company, Bekuchat Bora, and Rajat Sharma. And where have I seen those names before? Well, I saw it 10 seconds ago on the HR manager's laptop when she logged into the portal to submit the access card. And at this point, I already found public records of these two scam fraudsters registering Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited back in 2019. This would turn out to be the real Indian company. So here I could confirm that Rajat and Bekuchat running a scam call center in Punjab, India. And if you still don't believe me, I went and found Rajat's LinkedIn account, which showed
Hi,
me a
drummer.
photo of how
How
he
are
looks
you?
like. And what do you know? The HR manager has a photo of someone on her hard drive that looks very similar to the profile picture on LinkedIn. This is Rajat. Now it was time for me to pivot my access to the people who actually manage all of the finances and bookkeeping. Okay, so these agents, when they reach the finale of their scam, they open up their remote LAN chatting tool and pass the victim information over to someone by the name of Chavi. I'm pretty sure this guy manages all of the financial data in this call center. Let's put his name onto Google and see what comes up.
And see
so
what
I
comes
see a
up.
LinkedIn profile. Let's click on
Thank
this.
you for the kicks,
Chavi,
Leon. Appreciate
yeah, that's
it.
definitely our guy. Look at that photo. Okay, yeah, he's the operations manager. We definitely need to access his computer.
You do,
So after a
Mom.
couple of days of me just waiting and waiting, I finally got access to his computer. I won't tell you how I hacked this computer since I want to use the same methods in the future, but I pretty much got the keys to all of the financial information that you could imagine. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I realized I didn't even need to gather more information on Chavi because when I downloaded those 500 files worth of confidential employee data off of the HR manager's computer, I got all of his info in the process. I have his personal information sheet, his Indian identity card or Aadhaar card, and multiple snapshots, including this very clear photo that matches up perfectly with his ID card and his personal LinkedIn page. Finally, it was now time to extract all of the data on his computer.
Oh,
and let me
did
tell
we
you now,
ban,
this guy had access to
LinkedIn?
everything. I could see the payment databases, the Stripe accounts, and even the scammers creating the invoices on PayPal that they would directly send to their scam victims. Of course, if the scammers were already dumb enough to let me see all of this, surely they would be dumb enough to not set passwords on their confidential spreadsheets, right? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's open this. Ah, dang. Looks like we can't access their master tracking spreadsheet. Oh wait, I suppose if I have access to their internal cameras, I could just watch them type the password to the spreadsheets live on CCTV. If only it was that easy though. Actually, it was that easy because I exported over 250 clear text passwords from the scammers' their computers. This gave me direct access to all of these accounts, and the first thing I did was log into these accounts and silently export all of the transactions that had been initiated on Stripe and PayPal. That's when I noticed these scammers are even dumber than I originally thought. Rajat, one of the directors and key players of this operation, used his real name, phone number, and personal email address to set up this fraudulent PayPal. This guy, who thinks he's tough with his call center and illegal scams, put his real name on this PayPal.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This allowed me to trace the scam payments right back to his Indian bank account. Finally, I gained access to their simple invoice page, which revealed how much money they have stolen between the years of 2021 and 2024. Each month, these scammers on average steal around $100,000, and in a time span of just 1 year, they steal over $1.1 million. If we do the math of how much money they have stolen over the course of 3 years, it would be exactly $2,785,728 just from US and Canadian citizens. So if I had all of this information, what else was I missing? Well, I still had no idea where the scam call center was located. I had access to 2 outside angles on the CCTV that gave me a look into the entrance of the call center. On one of those views, I could see a security booth and a little road. But this scam call center has Wi-Fi in and outside of the building, and by using the names of the wireless networks, as well as their strengths relative to the scammers' computers, we can precisely determine where the scam call center is located. And when I put those coordinates into Google Earth, I get zoomed into this location in Mohali, Punjab. So when you enter Street View, you can see Villa Verde, Residential Tower, Cork City, and then this text over here is too blurry for me to read. And then some more Cork City, and then the atrium Cork City. So I thought this security booth right here was this.
Yeah, so I just want to point out too that we were having a conversation more so with Period Blood in another chat today. And they tried to say that we have to follow 2 rules that he has, you guys. Minus the fact that he has come in and harassed us constantly, has gone into other channels, harassed them constantly. But in order for him to play nice, we have to follow 2 rules of him. You're not having that. You're not getting that. It's a control sort of thing. It's a way to have some sort of power. You don't get to come in here and tell me how to run my stream. You don't get to come in here and tell me what rules I am to have. Like, take that shit somewhere else. Like, we're not about this. We are way past playing nice. I've tried to play nice. I've tried to be nice to you. I've gave you chance after chance after chance, and we're not doing it. We're not doing it anymore. What did I tell you earlier? Like, you keep on saying, I'm not making you upset or I'm not making you mad. But then you go into these other streams and say that you get banned for stuff and that it made you upset. Like, stick with your story. because you keep on saying the like different things to different people. So nobody knows like where to necessarily talk with you or how to talk with you, because you keep on making these accounts and you're like, it's just a name. Like, why am I getting pre-banned as soon as period blood drinker shows up? That's just mean. Motherfucker, you keep on coming into these streams. You're like, hey, do you sell period blood? Do you do this? Because I would like to buy some. Nobody wants you to fucking buy period blood, okay? And you are ban evading. You try to tell me that I didn't know what ban evading was, but you constantly create multiple accounts to come in here and harass. I'm telling you right now, again, you are a very, very bad person. You are vile. You are scum, bro. Okay? I'm telling you this right now. Get some help. Stop with the obsession. It's gonna get somebody hurt. Okay?
Same one, but if we actually compare it to the one on the CCTV, they're actually just completely different. So at the beginning, I thought this building on the right was the actual scam call center, but it's not. So the actual location of the scam call center is towards the back of the building. So if we do a quick zoom in, we can see on the left side over here, that's the security booth. So let's take a look at the CCTV, and that's the same. And if we look on the right side, we can see the...
He has 100% had these sort of conversations, and it's just a ploy. It's a different personality that he puts on. He's a narcissistic psychopath. I don't know what else to say with it. I'm pretty positive he is schizophrenic because he has so many personalities and so many ways of talking. And I truly think that that's what these multiple accounts are, him picking up from those personalities. Thank you, Cupcake. I appreciate the kicks. But I truly think that that's what that is coming from. And so it is a mental illness, and that's not something that I truly like. I don't toss these things around, but that is why I'm saying 100% to get help. Okay. You're not helping anybody by constantly harassing, constantly being a terrorist towards people. You need to stop. And if you say ban evasion isn't, you know, a part or against TOS or anything, you try to say stuff like that, harassment and terrorizing is. Okay? Sociopath. Yeah, because a sociopath doesn't have emotions, right? Psychopath usually, like, has a... Can't imagine living a life like that. Oh, yeah, and he's probably, let's see. He's probably going in and trying to, like, it's one of those things where, like, the obsession, it just, like, I know that we're never, ever gonna get to the point where it's gonna be seeing this person in person, because he's scared. He's absolutely scared. Oh, gotcha. I was trying to think. I couldn't remember if it was one of them that doesn't like have the same sort of like human emotions, empathy, like that sort of stuff. Because obviously there's emotions that come from, like, you know, having power. That's why, like, a lot of it, like, narcissism comes into play with having that sort of power. Yeah, but I don't, like, fall for that shit anymore, Chronic, because that's the same sort of stuff that we have had before, where it seemed like we were able to have a conversation, and then it's just this, like, victim mentality that comes into play. Like, I would have been fine if you would have treated me differently. Like, why are we gonna treat you any sort of different when you come in here and you're acting in the type of a way? Like, you're an evil person. And yeah, I could sit here and I could talk shit constantly, and I can, you know, say whatever, but you truly are an evil person. And I can't level with somebody like that, because I never in my life would ever think to be that type of way, or could ever be that type of way. Like, there's something going on because the reasons that they come up with of why they act the way they act literally has nothing to do with myself. Like, it's one of those things that, like, because he got banned from here, like, you're literally throwing a tantrum. And it's constant. So tell me where, like, where I shouldn't be annoyed, where my mods shouldn't, ban you. Like, you're coming in here with your period blood drinker and you're expecting for people to be like, oh my gosh, it's you. Hi, how are you? No. Nobody that is remotely sane is going to be that type of way. Yeah, like the character. I haven't seen that movie, but 100% know what you're talking about. But hi, you guys. Yeah, it's an unfortunate charger. Yeah, sorry, AD. I'm glad that we have this open so that you can come hang out, though. Yeah, I always hear great things about that. But, you know.
Parking lot, and on the left side we have
It's
that
gonna
turn.
be a thing
so I
that
believe the
never gets
scammers are in
settled
this
because
building
they're
right
gonna
here. So
constantly
these
do
scammers
that.
are located in the Atrium Cork City
No,
building
Mom,
of
they
Sector
don't want
74,
us to
Phase
follow.
AB, Mohali, Punjab.
Or they
When I
don't
put
want
that
to follow
address
our
into Google,
rules. They
the
want
first
us
result
to
is the
follow their
official
rules.
CorkCity.com website, which is the exact same website I saw the HR manager using previously. I very quickly found this YouTube video giving a tour of the building, and at first I recognized the entrance from Google Street View imagery, but when they brought the camera to the back of the building, I was 100% able to confirm the location of the call center. In this frame right here, they even got a shot of the entrance, which matches up perfectly with what we can see on the CCTV cameras. So these scammers are located in this very high-end building. As stated in the description in this video, the building has a ton of amenities, like a massive swimming pool, a full fitness center, CCTV security cameras, and a 24/7 on-site security team. I wanted to identify if any other people have dealt with this call center in the past, and while looking at many reviews made by previously scammed victims, I actually remembered that I picked up a password to the scammer's Better Business Bureau account, allowing me to have full control of all of the reviews.
I want to swim
I
on
want
my
to like
birthday.
respond to everybody like, oh, this is a scam company that we do.
Yes.
We actually.
Very sorry. Want your money back? Go to your bank and ask
The
for a
drummer,
charge
he's
back.
not going
I'll actually
to.
give you
He's
the
the type of
director's name
person
while
that
I'm at
doesn't
it.
see wrong in what
Yeah.
he's doing. And think
Here's his
that
personal
thinks that
phone
he's
number.
doing things
So that's exactly what I did. I replied to all of the people agreeing with their statements
right way,
and even confirming that they
which
are
is
indeed
his
a
own
scam
way,
company. And at this
and
point,
doesn't
I have
see
gathered
that
pretty much
of other
all the
people.
evidence I needed.
So.
I had the names of the bosses
Are
and
they-
most of the employees. I had their exact location. And finally, I was able to trace the scam payments right back to the managing directors. Instead of just watching them and doing nothing, let's rather engage in some sabotage. The first thing I did was report the scammer's Google AdSense account so that nobody can find their website anymore. Then I decided to report the website itself to GoDaddy so that no victims can access their chat support and phone numbers. Thirdly, I reported the scammers their service agreements to DocuSign. Next, I sent all of the scammers AnyDesk IDs to my friend Matt, who works at AnyDesk, and he managed to ban all of them permanently off of the platform. And Rajat, I reported all of your personal information to the FBI as well. Good luck trying to scam now, buddy. Finally, I logged into the scammer's PayPal account and manually started to refund each one of their victims. Of course, this process would take way too long, so I reported their fraudulent accounts to PayPal themselves, who then responded by banning their PayPal account. No more direct debit payments for them. In late December of 2023, the scammers actually removed the CCTV cameras off of the main network that I had access to, ultimately killing my visual view into this call center. But the scammers forgot about one critical thing. I could watch them through the laptop webcams. Well, kind of. These scammers actually taped up most of the laptop webcams in this call center, so I unfortunately wasn't able to call any of the scammers directly looking at their face, but maybe I can confront them from a different angle. No one really uses this computer right here, and the closest people sitting next to this computer are these guys, so let's give these scammers a scare by revealing their true identities on a phone call.
These are my favorite.
Yeah, you speak to one of my superiors, okay? Hold on.
Okay, let me speak to him.
Yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, so I bet I can actually guess your name. Yeah.
My name is...
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So, Sanjeev, why are you scamming people,
Do I
Sanjeev?
use a capture card?
What?
No.
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, you know Chavi Goy. You know Chavi and Rajat. You know Rajat? Rajat? Yeah, Avnit, the HR manager. So Sanjeev, let's talk for a bit. You know I can see you right now. Wave at the camera. You see the CCTV camera? You see the cameras right above you?
No,
look
you are
up.
wrong.
Look up at the CCTV, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, look at the CCTV. Look at the CCTV, Sanjeev.
No, man, you are wrong.
No, I'm wrong. So you're running scams, right, Sanjeev? You're running scams?
No.
Yes, you are.
man, no.
Yeah. I can tell you your job. Your job is to manage all of the chats. So like the people send you the chat,
No.
and then you give it to the. So how are you not the scammer? Explain to me how you're not the scammer, Sanjeev. Explain to me.
No, you are wrong.
Are you panicking?
You are wrong. Please,
Yo,
My
the HR
favorite
manager is
when
right
they get
next
upset.
to
Hello.
you. Yeah. Yeah, can you please pass the call back to David? Or not?
I am you are already talking to him.
Oh, I'm speaking to David right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so David, you're wearing a brown shirt right now, right? You're wearing a brown shirt? Like, look behind you. You know,
No.
so you know Skyfair Travels? Look at the CCTV cameras behind you. Like,
Right?
you know, like, look behind
I
you.
don't know what all you're
Like,
saying.
turn around in your chair. Turn around. Like, turn around. Like, I'm looking at you. Turn around in your chair. No, bro. Turn around. Oh, he's getting someone. He's getting someone right now, I think. At this point, Sanjeev, the scammer that I just confronted, decided it would be a good idea to tell the boss Rajat what just happened. Earlier that day, the HR manager conveniently left her computer in Rajat's personal cabin, which allowed me to grab this webcam footage.
गड़बड़ हो गई है सर कैमरा किसी के कंट्रोल में है परमिंदर ने बात की फिर उसने बोला कि फेक है मैंने ली कॉल You are Sanjeev. I know you manage all chat. फिर परमिंदर को बोला उसने कि तूने ब्राउन शर्ट डाली हुई है हाँ और आपका नाम ले रहा था राजा ऐसे बोला राजा के अंदर गया ये अपना बंदा होगा कि कोई है कोई
Do not redeem? What?
जब मैंने बात की ना उसने सीधा बोल दिया यू आर संजीव तो परमिंदर की शर्ट का कलर भी बता दिया उसने
After this conversation, the HR manager entered the cabin and she unfortunately grabbed the laptop and took it back to her office. When she made it back to her room, they finally told her everything that had happened. Due to a technical issue, I wasn't able to get audio to this portion of the confrontation, but we can see the HR manager Avnet looking visually concerned when she notices her webcam light is on as well. Of course, she doesn't know anything about computers, so she leaves the room to grab someone with more experience. When she comes back in, we can see her point directly at the webcam. Sanjeev, the person we can see right here, tells her it might be a good idea to put some tape over the webcam. Fortunately for us, this is the HR manager and not the IT guy, so instead of taping the actual webcam itself, she taped the webcam light instead.
बताओ क्या हुआ है मुझे तो बता ही सकते हो
As for the main room, everyone was sort of in a panic mode, with a ton of people looking pretty concerned. Here we can see Chavi, the operations manager, holding a piece of tape and then pointing straight at the webcam. I assume you can guess what's coming next.
मेरे सिस्टम क्या बोलते हैं इसमें ना सर ने बोला कि इसको शट डाउन नहीं करना एक बार से अच्छा सिर्फ टेपिंग करनी है ना कैमरे की अभी तो मैं कैमरा कवर कर रहा हूं अच्छा ठीक है ये तो वैसे इसमें पता ही नहीं होता मैं भी सोच रही थी इसको किसी दिन कवर करने को
Hi, Root. How you doing? Oh, drummer. Tell your new cat I said.
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Why are you guys smashing the laptop? They're smashing the laptop. And the scammers lived miserably ever after. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe before clicking off. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.
I forgot the guy that does like there's somebody that does this entire like this one wasn't as detailed. I'm trying to think of who it is, but is it? Yes. Oh my god, yes. Yes, scammer payback, y'all. These scammers literally
You are
rage.
fake hacker, sir. I'm a Nigerian, okay? I'm black man. I'm a who the f are you?
I'm gonna be encrypting that guy's hard drive so him and his scam buddies can never touch it again.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You can't call us that.
Low grade hacker, okay?
What do you mean?
Low grade? But before they're destroyed, while I'm on the call, let's tell them where they're hiding.
J2FP plus 44P Delhi, India. Very, very nice apartment, you guys.
It's time to punish and make these scammers rage.
Scooch, how you feeling?
You guys are fake, okay?
We're gonna start on September 26th, when we got a bizarre phone call from a PayPal scammer.
Steve, this is Kevin from the billing team. You were supposed to get a phone call today.
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to give you the code as well? Yeah, okay, it's...
Now the code Pierogi is talking about is for remote access software. Smelling an opportunity, we're trying to push him to immediately connect to our computer. And our boy agrees and connects to us, where we find out that this dude's system has a pretty unusual name.
Boca Chota, you see that? It's the name. Boca Chota is Bengali slang.
Now, I'm not gonna say it, but on screen right now is what that means. And I want you to put that in your pocket, as it's gonna be important for later. But for right now, know that we're able to reverse the connection and get on this guy's computer.
Got him!
Line them up!
Line them up!
You got lined up.
Feeling better.
So
good.
now we're gonna start digging through his files to see if we can find anything on these guys.
Oh, look at his background, IRS logo. He's got IRS logo. Oh, look at his picture.
But as it turns out, despite getting hacked in like 3 minutes, this guy actually might be sharper than we thought.
Oh, he's nervous. You scared him. He's checking for viruses on his computer. He's doing a scan right now, right here.
Now, that's not the end of this scammer or his group. And from here on out, it's about to get a lot more wild. Starting with them calling us back not 30 seconds later.
Hello?
Now, we can tell from those translations that they know who we are. And judging from the scan they were running, they're pretty sure they've been hacked. Yet, they still chose to call us back, which, I don't know, kind of feels like running into a burning building holding gasoline. So, let's see what they're up to.
Hello? Yes?
Sir, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sir, this is a PayPal, sir. Did you talk with the billing team?
Yeah, he's been doing something on my computer. I don't know what happened.
Sir, we are transferring the phone to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to transfer call to my billing team. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a brain freeze.
Thank you so much for holding the...
I'm sorry? Sir?
Yeah, thank you so much for holding the line, sir. Your line
What
has
is so
been
funny?
transferred to LA.
What is so funny?
Thank you so much for holding the line. Your line has been transferred.
Oh my god.
They couldn't hold it in. They could not hold it in.
And of course, right after they hang up, they come running right back into the building.
Oh, here we go. He's calling again.
Hello, this is Stephen McMichael.
Now, the call that just happened was super disjointed with them passing the phone around. But this time, we're gonna be mostly sticking with just one of them. And this guy has got to be the most nasty of them all. You'll see.
Are you in front of your computer right now?
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to use a different computer or something because I don't know what keeps happening.
Sir, you can just turn on that computer that you were using like a moment ago, and we can proceed further with the refund, okay?
Okay.
Now, obviously, he's trolling us, so while he's connecting to our system, we're gonna troll him back to see how long he's willing to stay in character.
Do you want me to give you the code?
Yes, sir. Please give me the code. Okay, sir. Now I have just got your computer connected. Just wait on the line with me, okay?
Is this the same one as Boca or something? Who was Boca?
I'm sorry. What's that, sir?
There's something that joined my system. It said Boca on it.
Sir, it's not a Boca process. It's called Fuddi Fardenge.
He thinks he's so funny.
Well, your name is Boca? Is it a European name?
Sir, just be in front of the computer. Let us bundi you, okay?
Remember when I said this dude was nasty? Well, language warning, because this guy's about to have a complete meltdown.
You're not from Siliguri, are you?
Sir, just log into your bank, okay? You got a lot of money, man. Let me take something from that, man. Sir, I'm a Nigerian, okay?
You're from Siliguri.
I'm a Who the fuck are you?
Oh my gosh.
Hi, what's up? I love it. What's Siliguri?
Because you're the name of your computer was Boca Choda. That's slang from Bengali slang. So you're a Bengali boy, aren't you? Now, it's pretty clear that these guys are probably from West Bengal. And that doesn't mean that they're necessarily scamming out of there, but since we have access to their computer, we're gonna be able to find out their pinpoint location in just a second. So we need a little bit of time for Knight to figure this out. And can you start that possibly now?
Yeah, I'll start looking for it now.
So you guys have probably noticed that these guys are calling me over and over again. And if your personal information is out there, the same exact thing could happen to you. So if you want to stop these scammers or unwanted people from calling, texting, and emailing you, you should look into Incogni. Now listen guys, criminals are all out there finding your exposed information on the internet, and they're using this data for things like scams, harassment, or even stalking. And the more information that's out there on you, the more likely you are to become a target. That's why I recommend using Incogni. Incogni is going to help reduce the risk of scams.
Though, you guys.
They're going to protect you while you're on and offline, and more importantly, help you to take back control of your personal data. Now, Knight, how are we looking on getting the scammer information?
Yeah, they don't seem to be in West Bengal. I think they're closer to northern India, like Agra or Delhi.
Okay, like Punjab?
No, I think maybe, I don't know actually. Just give me another minute, I'll find out exactly where they are.
Okay, so while he's doing that, there's one thing I want to mention to you guys. There's a lot of people in the comments saying, hey, I want to protect my data online, but I don't live in the United States. So Incogni is a perfect solution for you. If you have always wanted to protect your data, feel safer online, go check them out over at incogni.com/pierogi. There's a 60% discount on their annual plans. You can start taking back your personal data today. A big thanks to Incogni for sponsoring today's video. And remember, they can't harm you if they can't find you. Now, speaking of harming scammers, Knight, I know you want to get these guys, so are you almost done?
Yeah. You know what? Let's just say Punjab for now. Okay. And then if it's wrong, I'll just jump in and correct you.
Mr. Punjabi boy, let me tell you.
New Delhi!
Oh, he's not. They're from New Delhi?
New Delhi!
Oh, New Delhi!
Now, don't get fooled. These scammers are complete liars, and they're going to try and deny the location. When they say things like, Hail Haryana, they're just trying to trick us into thinking they're from the region adjacent to Delhi.
New Delhi, Delhi, India. You guys are right next to
look at the street
Nakras Niwas.
Look at the street.
The Saptrishi apartments. Oh, very, very handsome apartments. Can we go to the Agarwal stores?
Agrawal store? No, you are wrong.
Oh, we are not. We are very right. J2FP plus 44P Delhi, India. Very, very nice apartment, you guys. All right, next to Jain and Jain Properties. Yeah, you're not Punjabi, by the way.
What?
You're not Punjabi. We know exactly where you are.
Tell me my zip code. Tell me my zip code.
Sanjay Furniture, Ashayana Apartment, Mohan Garden, Royal City Developer. That's exactly where you guys are. Next to the Tulsi Institute, Mitya Homes, Tulsi Institute. That's exactly where you are.
What is my zip code?
I told you exactly where you are, and you want to know your zip code?
Yes.
Why? I literally told exactly where you were.
In every street, there is a Agrawal store.
Do you want me to tell you the password to your Wi-Fi?
Dark Horse 5G.
Dark Horse 5G.
Tell me my Wi-Fi password.
Dark Horse 5G. Oh, your password literally is new. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 0 exclamation point. That's your freaking password.
Zip code.
Oh, give me the zip code. Let's look at the zip code. Come on.
You know the building I'm in. You know my Wi-Fi password, but you don't have my zip code.
You motherfucker, you are fake hackers. You are fake
What
hackers.
is it, Prince who?
Prince
You're
at
not genuine.
8017.
Prince at 8017? Who's Prince? Who's Prince? Prince at 8017? Oh, nice phone. Nice secure i5G 7820.
So listen
What
to
do
me,
you mean?
okay?
What do you mean? You can't call us
You
that.
are a fucking low-grade hacker, okay?
What do you mean?
know?
What do you
Which
mean?
hacker
Low
is the
grade?
best?
What do you
Have
mean?
you watched Jim Browning?
Yes, I have.
Wherever Jim,
man.
You think we hate Jim?
He's the OG, man.
He's the OG.
Yeah, he is the OG.
It's fake, okay? We are just afraid of Jim Browning only.
No.
Yeah, okay. I bet you Jim knows your zip code, right?
Jim too, man.
Hey, you better go back home to Bengal from Delhi.
because it's not working out very well.
Haryana only.
You need to leave Delhi. I'm just telling you.
Why you motherfuckers always think that we are from Kolkata, man?
Your computer name's Boca Choda.
Yeah.
That's Bengali slang, you idiots.
It's funny that you can actually say it. Your accent's pretty.
Yeah, that's why they laugh, because they know I know.
They know you know what I mean.
See, there we go. So here comes the Bengali, because we freaking know. Line them up.
It's okay. I love you.
That's what I'm talking about. In, out, up, down, Delhi, Kolkata, it don't matter. Line them up, wipe them out. I don't know how you top that for the rest of the evening.
So good.
That's a good way to
that was a good way to end the week. I kind of have a sore throat now after that, after yelling so
No,
badly.
EP,
Well,
I
looks
just,
like these guys were more scared than they were letting on, because after this, they shut down the system. But of course, the next day we checked the computer and they're right back to scamming. Now, we heard a handful of guys over there, but to our surprise, after monitoring them, it seems like they're primarily operating from just this one system. So it means that if we can lock it down, we can prevent them from stealing more money, but we need to figure out the best way to do that.
One of the ideas I had was encrypting his computer. Or encrypting his hard drive, we'll say. Typically, when you do that, there's a password in order to uncover or decrypt. Not necessarily decrypt the files, but like decrypt the drive to gain access back to it. Because if you cannot do that, then he can't use it anymore. What would you make his password?
I think we stick with the zip code. Because you wanted the zip code so much.
One of the things we're also going to try to do is we're going to have the keylogger on. So once we load this, we're going to see what he tries to put in.
That's hilarious. You can see like what all of his tips.
Is there a way that you could like incorporate, like when you're trying to put the password in, it would say like hint, and then it would give him a hint?
Oh my god.
You are a Boca Choda.
So we put our encryptor together, and now we need to test it.
The very first thing we got here is a couple of test files here. We have, I am a Boca Choda, of course, and this is my important file.
Imagine it was your document, your tax return,
right now
or a scammer's very important file.
Like
and then Knight runs another beautiful virus on his computer, and what happens?
Basically, it's going to pop up this, and it's going to encrypt all of the files on his desktop, all the text files, documents, pictures, stuff like that. And it's going to pop up a box saying, oh, our little message, you are a Boca Choda, and we want to tell him what's going on, so all your files are encrypted. And he has to enter a password.
And what is that password, my friend?
Oh, it's of course what he wants to know the most. It's his zip code.
Now, of course, even if he types in the password correctly, we're not actually giving the system back. We also forgot to mention this, but when he tries to use any application like Chrome or even his antivirus, our virus is going to prevent it. So we waited for him to come back online, and eventually...
Oh, he's back. He's back. All right, let's go. Oh, there goes a file. Caps lock is on.
You are a Boca Choda and all your files are encrypted.
I hope he doesn't just shut down.
He didn't go to the Wi-Fi or anything.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, go X. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
exit that. Yeah, good try.
It looks like he's just looking at it.
Put in your password, guy.
Come on, put in the password.
Put in your freaking password. He's hitting F4, 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 escape.
Nothing works.
Oh, here we go.
Come on. Decrypt. Yeah, click the button. Yeah. Oh, please enter a password. Yeah, nice. Come on. You can't click. What did you not learn from this? Yeah, right-click close. Come on, buddy. Yep.
Yeah, close it. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that doesn't work, does it?
Doesn't work. Reset.
Oh, yes. Come on, baby. Yes.
Yeah, type reset.
Dude, I'm so glad he's just not turning off his internet. We actually get to watch him freak out.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Boca
Manis. What the heck is that? Dark House 5G.
Oh, Dark House 5G. No, disconnect the Wi-Fi. Disconnect the Wi-Fi.
There he goes. Well, he didn't try his password. I'm really honestly surprised. He didn't try a password one time.
Nope. He's stuck with it, though.
Yeah, he's stuck.
That's hilarious.
I love it. And this goes to show scammers, like I said, you might be the next one to have your computer encrypted, your files deleted, and your webcam exposed. This has been Pro Scammer Payback saying don't get scammed.
What'd you dip your chicken nuggets in? You have beef stew? Oh my god. Doctor, try again. Also, if anybody needs anything for a cold, I'm telling you right now, these are amazing. They're cough drops. But they're, they taste like lemon heads. So good. Sana did not realize that you were watching a video. I thought there was an ad playing. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. We're literally watching a scammer get caught. Oh my gosh, doctor. I'm so sorry, dude. Truthfully, I'm not entirely sure, AD. When it comes to stuff like this, I'm sure that there's something that they have to do in order to like go about doing stuff like this. Hello, welcome back, doctor. If you want to chat about it in this chat, you're more than welcome to. The community is just really great about like being able to offer some help, even just like to like chill, talk about it, ways to go about it, all that sort of stuff.
Virus that takes control of every part of a scammer's computer. We're going to be weaponizing their keyboard, their mouse, their screen, even their speakers. And now, we're going to use it to see just how far we can push these scammers.
All right, so this guy's in the middle of a scam, as you can hear. We're going to disrupt the scam. Hopefully he gets mad. That's the goal.
Hopefully he gets
Mouse
mad.
random drag.exe.
अरे ये क्या हो रहा है? अरे ये क्या हो रहा है?
0.4652.amd64fre.ge_release boss and
What is going on? What did I unleash on this guy's computer?
Before we did anything crazy, we got to make sure our virus actually works.
Hi, thank you for holding the line. My name is Alex. I'm the senior supervisor. How are you doing today?
How are you, Alex? I'm fine. Meet our first victim, a fake PayPal scammer. Let's see him try to scam us while he deals with stage 1 of our virus.
Now, as you have been connected to our security server, I'm going to help you cancel this charge. Now, you have already written down the refund amount,
Truthfully,
correct?
doctor, when it comes down to it,
I wrote down...
that sort of level of, what's it called? Sorry, my brain is like full on not working. I can't even think, but that sort of when you go against somebody, I keep on wanting to say neglect, and it's not neglect, but when somebody does that and is able to do that to somebody else, even though it's really hard to like think of it this sort of way, I know that you want to go over there. I know that you want to, you know, confront things and stuff. But personally, making it into a bigger mess than what it already is sometimes not even worth it. She always begged me to trust her and stuff, but now her... How long have you two been together?
$499.99.
And write down the product. It is refund for BTC,
Exactly.
which is Bitcoin, okay?
Okay, what is Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, it is a digital currency that is used for online shopping, sir. Can you confirm me with your name, please?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought he saw
Brian
bitch or said Bitcoin.
Franklin. Okay, now he's typing on the screen, and it's messing up his keystrokes.
None of the letters are right.
Oh my gosh. What do I have to hit now?
Just hold on for a moment. Now I will be canceling this charge right now and refunding the money back to you.
All I can type is Brian.
Oh, now all he can type is Brian Tarkton. Okay, what now?
Do you use any kind of online banking with you?
I use
Or not
Chase.
very weak?
Hi, Pitt. How you doing?
Now, anything he types, it says Brian Tarkton every time he types it. Okay.
Now just hold on for a moment, okay?
By the way, we've got complete control over this virus, so we can turn it on and off whenever we want.
Okay, now I'm going to cancel.
I'm sorry? What's going on?
You use online banking, sir? Do you use any online banking?
Yeah, I use online banking.
Okay, now we are going to cancel this charge right now. Just bear with me for a moment.
That's fine.
And can you confirm me with your name once again, sir? It's Brian.
Yeah, first name is Brian.
And your last name?
Tarkton. Let me spell it. T as in Tark. A R K T E N.
Where did it go?
Okay, now just hold on for a moment.
He's probably thinking, what the heck is going on right now? That's so good.
Okay, now just hold on for a moment.
So good, dude.
Once we cancel the PayPal account, you will get an email regarding that.
Let me check my account. This is kind of crazy. Is it coming out of my savings or my checking?
It has been charged on your savings account right now, so we are going to cancel this charge. And once we cancel this charge, it will be highlighted in your statements.
Every time he's typing Brian.
Now I'm canceling this PayPal account.
We're just turning it on and off.
Once we cancel the PayPal account, you will get a confirmation email over there. So if you get any email, just do let me know, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Bro.
I hit him with the mouse. Shaky mouse. All right, we're hitting him. His mouse. We'll be able to show you guys on the screen. His mouse is.
So
annoying. Did you see that? So good.
Actually, we can't show you because OBS just decided to crap out.
Uh-oh.
But don't worry, we're going to be trying this one again later on.
Never heard
Turns
of
out
OBS
that
crashing.
was enough to freak him out. He knows that his PC is infected, and now he's going to transfer us to the manager of the call center.
Just hold on for a moment. I'm getting you connected to our security server.
Okay, I hit install. Now it says allow remote control. Please tell your partner the following ID.
Just give me a moment, okay?
Okay, that's
I'm forwarding your details to my refund officer. Once he lets me know, I will just transfer your call to him.
Okay, so now we're going to get them to go on a new. It's definitely a new computer. We're gonna hack this guy in the middle of this whole thing, dude. If we get this plus
Flame jobs.
He's on a different computer, but you guys know the drill. We were obviously able to hack him too.
I just got the confirmation from my refund officer, so they are going to give you a call right now.
Okay.
So just receive the another call, okay? And hang up my line.
I don't have any calls coming in.
You need to hang up my call first of all, and then you will receive the another call, okay?
Oh, okay.
Got him. Whoa, bro, like as soon as you get off the call.
Horrible just randomly.
Look at that. Look at
Did
our
the stream
buddy.
go okay,
Look at
though?
our buddy.
The plan was to hit the manager's PC with the virus, but as soon as we got access, he panicked and disappeared
Y'all go
forever.
follow Hoofy.
Now that we know our virus works, we just had to figure out what to do next.
So what's going to be happening is we're going to be going through a scam bait with the guy, or we're going to be making it really difficult for him. So we're going to do things like every mouse click, it just gets eaten.
Yeah, like
Never
So like it doesn't work. So he has to do like 4 mouse clicks to do one. Secondly, flipping his taskbar from the bottom to the top. Another one. Contrast, changing the contrast on his screen. Another one, changing his desktop icons. Another one, when he types, we can have different
Jay,
names show
shut
up
the
on the
fuck up,
screen
no
while
way.
he types. We'll ask the chat about various things that you guys want to do to this guy. So we'll give you a couple options each time.
Kevin,
and
thank
based
you for
off
liking the
of what
live.
it is while we're on the call, then we'll do that. So over the past couple of months, I've been telling you guys all about data brokers and their impact on everyone from buying and selling all of our personal information. We did a case study on 7 here from Scammer Payback. Gosh, there was a lot to find. Now we've got an update, so I'm gonna bring 7 in and let him know what we found. 7.
Hey, boss.
Hey, man. So, all right, here's the thing. Okay, being the good boss that I am, all right,
Jay
I
has
wanted
the
to
dad
stop all this
sneeze.
data broker stuff, so we
Actually,
brought in Aura, who's
accidentally
sponsoring
turned-
today's video,
press
to finally
F
put a
stop.
stop to things.
That's correct.
Now, I went on all these
F7.
data broker sites, and I was searching for your name, and they've actually taken you off of hundreds of these sites. I couldn't find you anywhere, and I even went to Google, and I was searching your full name and address
Hoopty,
and everything,
thank you
and I
for
couldn't
liking
find
the
anything.
live as
Bro,
well.
that's awesome, man. I don't get scam calls, and you can't even find me on Google.
Y'all,
Yeah,
if you
and I
guys
would say that
are
now,
on
it's
TikTok
time to
or
celebrate.
YouTube, definitely come on over to my Kick streaming platform, drop a follow. I live stream over there, so
Now, unlike 7 now, a lot of people
I
still
have
feel
my
this way. They
full-time
feel
schedule
as
over
if
there.
there's no point in protecting themselves,
Yeah.
that their information is just floating around on the internet
Don't
for
be
anyone
shy,
to buy and
come
sell.
say
There's nothing
hi.
you can do about it. But there is something that you can do. We can fight back against these data broker companies. There's a sense of security in using Aura because they do all the hard work for you, so you don't have to worry about it. So go to my link at aura.com/scammerpayback for a great offer and 14-day free trial. I know for sure Aura will have started to take your personal information off of the internet and these data
Exactly.
broker sites. Go to
sometimes as much as it
aura.com/scammerpayback.
sucks,
Now let's
because
get
it
back into the video.
absolutely does suck, It is for the best.
Yeah, hi miss, how may I help you?
Is this Mike?
Like
Oh my God, I
we
love it
have
when he does
talked
the old
earlier,
person
miss,
noise-
like we
or
talked on
voice.
yesterday.
Is this not Mike?
Yeah, this is Mike, miss.
Oh,
Just
okay.
hold on
This is Stephanie Humphreys.
Okay, hold on.
Say hello to our second victim. This guy's name is Mike because, well, P said so. You can tell that he's already a little bit irritated, so it's about to get a lot worse.
So miss, just let me know, are you using a Mac computer or Windows computer? Do you know what computer are you using?
Yeah, it's a Windows desktop.
Okay, so what happened is you guys voted mouse random clicks first, key substitution second, and random zoom on screen as third, and volume jitter fourth.
Can you see my mouse now?
Yours or mine?
Yeah, mine. You see
Okay.
refresh?
What's the matter?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, someone's hitting refresh.
What do we have on his right now? What do we have on his?
The offset. So every time he clicks, it's going to be offset by like a certain amount of pixels.
So every time
Hi,
he
Knox,
clicks,
how you
it's
doing?
like 4 over.
I can go from like 3 all the way up to 200.
Oh my gosh.
Left
So
or
that's
right?
happening on his screen then.
Okay, miss, just type your name.
All right.
So, as I can hear, are you with your husband, miss?
Yeah, my husband just came in. He was napping, but I told him to leave. He's very nosy. So I just told him to go back to sleep.
Okay. So you are parallelly working on different computer, or you are working on the same computer, miss?
What do you mean, working from a different computer?
Like I can hear the button noises, like you are pressing something.
No, I just have I have really bad anxiety, so I kind of just click around on my. If you hear this, it's me. I'm just kind of like.
The mouse on the scammer screen is jittering right now.
That's our favorite one.
Bro.
Can you see?
No, I can. Oh yeah, on my screen it's jittering.
Because it's
All
going
right,
through.
Yeah. Look on my screen. Guys, look at my mouse. My mouse is jittering because his mouse is jittering. That's not me
Hold
doing
on,
that.
let
That's
me
his
check.
mouse. That's so good. And we just put his location up here.
Okay, now what?
Yeah, just hold on. I'm just calculating the amount.
I'm trying to find.
Why is my mouse moving like this?
Yeah. You just hold on. Let me. You just don't move the screen, miss. Like, you just leave your mouse.
It's not. My mouse just keeps jittering.
Okay, I know. Let's minimize this. Okay, what you need to do, miss, let me try some cancellation code.
My white paint.
So just hang on
No.
this screen, okay?
Okay.
So first of all, tell me, do you know anyone from Ohio?
Wait, hold on. All right.
Ohio!
You're supposed to be giving me money, and now someone's typing random codes on my screen. FDWOB?
No, hold on. Miss, we are initiating your refund, okay? Just hold on. But first of all, we need to cancel some charges.
Who's typing
After
that? What does that even mean?
Yeah, actually, this is
His
nothing.
keyboard's
This
messed up.
machine
Just
is
remember
working,
that.
Okay?
So
This
when he
is
types a
diagnosing.
word,
helping
and
me
it
find my
doesn't
paint.
look. It's
Just
it's,
type
it's
there,
she
what
helped.
is my IP?
his
Just remove everything.
his keyboard isn't working anymore. So now it's transmitting to my screen. So he's trying to scam me, but
Just
he can't.
remove everything and just type there.
Yeah, can you type it for me? It's not working. It says HYIB. What are
Okay,
you
let me-
trying
let
to
me-
type?
Yeah, let me
What?
type it for you.
Is
Okay, what we are doing here, I'm transferring this call to our refund department. They will refund you money back
Yeah,
right
do
now.
your thing, doctor.
And
We'll be here
apparently,
if you need
we
a
will
bit
be
of a
canceling the
distraction.
things what they needed. So just hold on for a second.
okay.
Hold on for a second while I crumple a bunch of paper into the microphone.
Swallowing his mic, or he's like rubbing
Oh my
it.
gosh.
You know,
I hope you guys understand what's happening right now. This is freaking beautiful. But he's trying to type on here and it's all random things. He can't type. He's trying to type. This is the best thing ever.
You want to switch it to a phrase? Let's switch it to a phrase.
So switch it to like, what phrase should everyone type in the chat? What phrase we should change his keyboard? Anything he types, it's a phrase.
Yeah, still there, miss?
Yes, sir, I'm here. You could do BAITA. That means son in Hindi. Well, what do I have to hit on, though?
You don't need to hit anyone else. Let me do it
No,
for
I'm
you.
not saying
okay?
hit someone. I'm saying hit on the screen.
Yeah, just hold on here, miss. Let me
Exactly. Discord's always
let
there.
me do it for you.
It says Baita? Who's Baita?
Oh my
It's
gosh, 30
B-A-I-T-A.
pounds?
Okay, now
Sweaty,
it says
congrats.
E-T-A-B-I-E-T. What is Baita?
Scammers.
Just hold on.
Here, I'll put the
Okay.
sound on
Yeah,
for TikTok too.
don't touch the.
It says Home Depot.
There you go.
Yes.
HomeDepot.com.
Yeah, like, do you use this website, miss?
No, what is Home Depot?
Actually, this is a gift card website, so we need to cancel a order from here.
Oh, why would I go
Oh.
to a gift card?
Yeah, you don't need to get a gift card, miss. We need to get a code so we can start the refund process. Just hold
This
on.
is some
I'd hit
people's
him with the
jobs,
mouse
y'all.
and the beta.
Just
Mouse
scamming.
jitter, everything.
So, miss, like, are you using a speaker, like voice changer?
I'm sorry?
Are you using a voice changer, like something like which is helping to change the voice?
I'm confused.
Okay, just hold on. Let me do it for you. Don't touch the screen, miss. Okay.
Okay.
And don't press
What
any
is
key,
Bata Ba? Ant bait?
miss. Don't touch the screen.
I'm not hitting anything.
Okay.
Every time he types a word, any keystroke, it types out beta. This is very.
Give it a second.
Oh my gosh. The contrast on his computer is ridiculous right now. You guys, oh my gosh, his whole computer. Oh, he's pissed. Did you hear that? He's pissed.
Mike is clearly frustrated, but we want to push him over the edge. So we are going to unleash the most annoying and my personal favorite part of this virus. We're attacking the speakers.
You want to hit him with a beep? All right, we're about to hit him with a beep too. So they're all sitting around. Look, they're all sitting around the screen probably right now. We gotta hit them with a beep before. Oh, he's laughing. Oh my!
You hear him do it? He threw it.
He threw his headset. He threw his headset off. He threw his headset off.
Close the lid.
Oh, he closed the lid.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
They were laughing for a solid minute. The contrast
That
is my
was
favorite
so
part.
good.
I was so happy we got to that point.
That is so hard. You know how hard it is to do this?
I know.
The tandem.
I know, it's really good though. We did good teamwork.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Woo! Dude, that's their location right there. This is in Uttar Pradesh, Noida. And they're near Eco City Road. So there's like a huge tower right here.
I like the roundabout.
Yeah, it's a very nice roundabout.
Is
He's
that a
right
vibe?
near the Central
The
Park,
smoke
the
detector
jewel of
beep.
Noida, Sector 75, the D block.
The virus works really well when we're on the phone with the scammers. I mean, it gets to the point where they basically have no choice but to just hang up. So that got us thinking, what if we run the virus while they're on the phone with an actual victim? If we could pull it off, not only are we saving someone, but we're also gonna scare the crap out of these guys.
Hey, were there any scammers on?
Yeah, we have 96 scammers that are online right now. Just on one of our software. So we're choose between one of those
That's
96.
so crazy.
We have a scammer downloading malicious software onto a victim's computer right now. So we're just gonna run a bunch of viruses and different things on his screen, and we're gonna see how he responds while he's scamming someone. What should we do first, Alan? Mouse jitter win.exe. Okay. Let's hope this works.
Hold on. I see it.
Is it jittering?
Scroll down again.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
here.
ADHD, we had some wild combos earlier.
Drag.exe. Oh my gosh. It's working.
Okay. Now on your right hand corner, do you see?
This is blatantly going all the way to the left.
Oh, it's oh my gosh. It's working. Dude, he can't. Oh my gosh. Look. Oh, here we go. Oh, he can't move his mouse. He's trying to click. He's shutting down. Mid scam.
It's so
What
crazy
kind of
how
charges
upset they get.
All right, here we
getting
go.
to you? Okay, ma'am.
All right, so this guy's in the middle of a scam, as you can hear. We're gonna disrupt the scam. We're gonna mess with this guy. Hopefully he gets mad.
I appreciate your
That's the goal.
patience and time in this. Okay, ma'am? Okay.
So mouse,
Dismay.
jitter, win.exe.
I wonder what he's saying.
Oh,
हाँ वही तो निकाल के मैंने बनाया.
look at the jitter.
हाँ? पूरा तो नहीं पर जितना अपने को
There we go.
लोकेशन और थोड़े बहुत जो क्वेश्चंस है वो मेरे को याद है.
Mouse random drag.exe. So we're gonna randomly drag out.
अरे बाप रे जो करना था वो तो किया ही नहीं. Verify.
We got him with the contrast, right?
अरे ये क्या हो रहा है?
Oh, he's not happy.
ये क्या हो रहा है?
Contrast single.exe.
It's only.
Oh, he ended the call.
Ended it.
He's going. Restart.
Oh, he restarted before I could. I like that though. It's really fun. It makes me very happy. So we got two guys already.
With what?
With the, we just loaded all the viruses.
Just all of them at once?
Oh my God.
He was very concerned as to what was happening.
Sure.
And he was having his buddy next to him like come over and like tell him what it was. And it was resetting.
I like the buddy coming over because that guy doesn't know either.
Yeah.
They love to do that. It's like, oh, come here, and the guy's probably looking. He's like, yeah, just hit refresh on the desktop. I don't know.
So like his background's black with like red text and all this stuff, and he was just sitting there scamming a lady.
Tell Dad I said hi, I love him.
Both of the scams were stopped.
This is a commission.
Yeah, so that part's good.
Let's go, baby.
So it wasn't like too far down the road.
Right, yeah.
So that part was nice. So 2 people were saved, so I think they're gonna restart and then come back, and then if it keeps happening, which it's going to.
Right.
So I'm gonna hit him again. Oh, his contrast is so bad. All right, let's try to fix this.
Yes, oh my gosh.
0.4652.amd64fre.ge_release boss and
What is going on?
7b013182e5
What did I unleash on this guy's computer?
Windows default Lux widgets pane widgets.
He's definitely gonna factory reset after that.
I need to take off his contrast so it's like fixed. Oh.
No item in view.
Is fixed. All right, well, they don't want to play ball right now. Let's see if there's somebody else on. This guy's got so many
How they just go through.
We're just gonna troll this guy a little bit.
So this is a bank that you do bank with usually, right?
All right, mouse jitter. It's on.
This guy's about.
Ashley, this is your mom.
Mouse click.exe. So every few clicks, it's gonna be like do something random.
The house last time you were here.
Thanks, Mom.
Your mouse. Check your mouse. I think
No, check your mouse.
Working properly.
Check your mouse. Let's do volume up.exe.
Okay, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Refund has been processed.
Mr. and
Transaction
Mrs.
number is
He didn't even just.
78697.
He just
Please
said
log into your
Mr.
bank
and
to
Mrs.
accept the payment. Fund into your credit union. So for sake of verification that the money is going to the right hand, to the right person.
The Zoom.
There are 2 options in
The
your
Zoom.
bank. Which says accept the refund or
Ma, you need to make Dad
It's like 4. Oh, he's resetting it.
Go ahead, log into your bank. Google Chrome is not responding. Okay?
I wonder why.
Take your time and just log into your bank.
Mouse random drag. Here we go. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, they're closing. The victim's closing out.
I like how they call them victims.
I'm gonna hit him with the contrast, I think. All right. Oh. Oh, no padding. Yes. Tell him to call you back. Yes, I'm gonna call him back. This guy doesn't know what's happening. He's battling the victim's mouse and he's battling me. So let's mess with this mouse again.
4, 8.
All right, we're gonna hit him with the jittery mouse.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Riker.
It's so good. This is so good. It makes me really happy. Oh. Whoa.
I've been really
Hold
trying
on.
to dive into some more
He definitely
realism.
thought it was the victim's mouse. now
he's shut down.
Straight to shut down.
Bye. Well, that's 3 scammers, 3 saved victims, and they don't know what hit them just from making their mouse move just a little bit. Don't get scammed.
Don't get scammed, y'all. All right, you guys want to watch more scammers getting caught, or do you guys want to watch some crime stuff? Haunting? Ooh, or we could do haunting. Wow. Wow, Jay. But yes. Seeing some crime. Plankton goes to hell. Ma, Dad's seen Frey, right? He's lying to us? But yeah, I don't know, like, the legality of, like, the way that they get in trouble for catching scammers. He's doing okay. He worked accidental 16 hours yesterday. She's playing right now. Yeah, she's going crazy out in the living room. I hear her. Probably trying to get the other cats to play too. Yeah, do your thing, media. Truthfully, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on. I'm feeling like poo-poo the more time goes on. But I'm trying to get as much I want to get this painting done some more. Nap sounds amazing. Yeah, poo-poo. Poo-poo. All right, let me think. Here.
Angel soft. Well, it's gotta be soft.
It's okay.
It's gotta be strong.
All right, we got spoopy stuff on.
When a young family moves into a spacious Century home in rural Arkansas, they think they've gotten a deal of a lifetime.
The fireplace was all boarded up, and there was spray painted on the boards was like a pentagram. And there were bits of candles. Looked like they had a seance or something in that room.
Jamie would unexpectedly meet someone who once lived at her house.
And she said, I lived there when I was a kid. And I was like, really? And she said, yeah, it's haunted.
She also explained that in the 1800s, a boy had fallen to his death out of one of the second-story windows.
There was an old Confederate cemetery that was about 100 yards behind the house.
Hello.
Tragedy would strike after picking her children up from school.
They were doing construction on the road at the time, and one of the barrels was out of place. And so I went to like dodge it, and I just overcorrected, and we ended up flipping several times. Sometime in that process, Tori was ejected from the van, and the van rolled over on top of her, and she was pinned.
Oh my gosh.
In October 2003, Jamie and Ben Shea began searching for a larger home to raise their growing family.
We had 3 kids. Tori was the oldest. She was around 10, I believe. Bridger is our middle.
Try not to
he
scare you,
was
okay?
around 5, and then we had Jackson, who was around 8 months old. We were just kind of looking to find a bigger place, something a little nicer with more room and a big yard and lots of land.
After having little luck searching, Jamie would be informed about a historical property located in her hometown of Lamar,
Hello,
a small city
sweetie.
situated in the Arkansas River Valley.
I have always been interested in old historical houses, and specifically the colonial style houses. with the big
Everybody
front
likes those
porch,
houses
and,
until they're haunted.
my aunt actually told me about this place.
With some parts of the house
Do
being
not be
constructed in the late 1700s. It's known to be one of the oldest private residences in the state.
I was like, let's go check it out. And it wasn't even on the market, I don't think officially yet. So we kind of had first dibs at it. And I loved the front porch and all the land and the old buildings that were on the property and the big giant trees. It was just everything I had thought of when I thought of raising a family. And it had a lot of character because it was built in the 1800s and 1700s, some of it. So it was just,
And it was haunted.
the history, I think, is what drew me to the house.
Although the house had been vacant for some time, the price was considerably lower than similar homes in the area.
Vacant?
And it was exactly what Jamie had envisioned for her family.
I think I could be wrong. It was sometime in the late 1700s was etched on the inside of the fireplace in the kitchen. And then on the outside of the fireplace on the other side of the house, which would be like the living room up to the upstairs bedroom, at the very top, it said 1811 was etched into that. And I feel like the only people in that area at that time was like a handful of French trappers. Like, it was not very inhabited. So I don't know how, I don't know what the original reason for the house being built, because there really wasn't many people in that area.
You know what time it is? What?
While walking through the house, Jamie and Ben would make an unsettling discovery in one of the upstairs bedrooms.
When we first looked at the house, we did our walkthrough, and it was very charming. And we went up the stairs, and the last bedroom we looked at was kind of shocking because we walked in and the fireplace was all boarded up, And
Yeah,
there was
so buy that house.
spray painted on the boards was like a pentagram, and there were bits of candles and all kinds of weird.
So they
looked
saw
like
that
had
and were
a
like,
seance
let's
or
buy
something
this
in that
house.
room.
I'm sorry, but if you're seeing that while you're doing the walkthrough,
On the board, so not only was there a pentagram, but there was also a name of a boy that had actually died. And someone had written his name, full name, first and last name, in spray paint on the boards. So, I mean, it was kind of shocking to see that, but we just wrote it off as, okay, kids broke in, they were doing their thing, you know, playing around. At
Hi,
that time, I
Wicked,
didn't
how
really
you
give it
doing?
a whole lot of thought, and it definitely wasn't a deterrent for
y'all,
buying a house.
would you guys still go with that? Oh, really, Camaro?
The Shays remained enthusiastic about the house and believed a deal this good only comes once in a lifetime. Her husband Ben worked nights as a nurse at a nearby factory, while also going to school for a degree in theater.
He was also attracted to the space and the big trees in the yard, and also just the character of it being in such an old historic place. It just had a lot of charm, and we were both very attracted
Our
to
community is so goated,
just
for real.
The fireplaces. I mean, what house has 4 fireplaces, you know? It was amazing.
Apparently a haunted one, so.
The price was right. It was beautiful. It had a lot of history. I was sold.
Uncle Buck, thank you.
After settling into their new home, the family quickly falls into a busy routine. With their hectic work schedules, the couple hires a family friend to watch 8-month-old Jackson during the weekdays until Jamie arrives back home.
It was a friend of mine. Her name is Desta, and she also worked with me. We did some creative projects together, and she volunteered to come and take care of the baby because the other two were in school while Ben slept, so that he could come home from work at 7, sleep a few hours, and then go to class.
Thank you, Patrick.
While he was a nurse, he was also going to school for theater.
Sound like he didn't want to be home with you. Just saying, chat. Just saying.
Shortly after moving in, Jamie hosts a yard sale to try and sell anything her family doesn't need anymore.
So another thing that happened was when we first moved into the house, we had a big garage sale, or a yard sale, to get rid of some stuff. And I was just sitting on the porch, and this lady came up, and she was just kind of looking around and, you know, looking at the porch, and she put her hand on the railing and was just like, there are a lot of spirits in this house. She's like, there's a lot of energy going on here.
Listen, if some random lady
I was
said
like, what do you
that, I'd
mean?
be like,
She's like,
okay,
"There's just-
we're gone.
I can just tell there's a lot of spirits in this house. She's like, I can feel it. And that freaked me out, for sure.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The interaction came off as strange, But Jamie didn't initially put too much thought into it, as there were several Confederate grave markers from the 1800s, only 100 yards behind her property.
It's a Confederate cemetery. I did check out the graves and took out like some big etching paper and etched some of the stones. They were so old and worn out, you couldn't always read, what it said unless you did the charcoal and etched over it. There was a driveway too on the backside of the house that would lead to the cemetery.
Every stinking time.
Ben would follow his usual routine of sleeping for a few hours before getting ready for class.
Yeah, I see a lot of people with arc raiders.
His short rest would be interrupted by the sound of crying coming through the baby monitor.
And he kept hearing the baby crying, and we had Desta there to take care of the baby so that he could sleep. And he was frustrated because he was like, why is she not picking up Jackson? He's crying.
When the crying wouldn't stop, Ben went upstairs to check on his son.
And so he ended up getting up himself and going upstairs, and there was no one there. Desta had taken Jackson out so that he could sleep. And the baby monitor had crying and it woke him up. And then he went up there and there was no baby.
Unsure what to make of it, Ben
Isaac,
keeps the
what's
strange
up?
incident to himself. A few nights later, 8-year-old Bridger also noticed unusual activity.
Balloon animals having a party, yes.
Bridger pretty much from the very beginning, I would say within a few months of moving into the house, started saying that he was having a hard time sleeping. He would want to come down and sleep with us, and he never really did that when we lived in other places, so we thought it was kind of odd.
When this became a common occurrence,
We're listening
Jamie and Ben
to
decided to question their son
a
further.
paranormal
We finally asked
video.
him,
If you want to
why are
see
you
it,
scared?
I am
You're scared
on
you don't like your new room.
Kick
We
streaming.
would try to, pick his brain, and finally he said that he kept hearing people talking.
I don't think she's still here right now.
And I said, who? Is Tori on her phone? Or, I tried to question him, and he said, no, it just sounds like a bunch of people talking over each other. He's like, a bunch of people talking all over each other, and I can't understand what they're saying. I remember just saying, sometimes, these old houses, they make weird noises, and, the windows aren't that thick. Maybe you're hearing the neighbors talking. We'll check it
Ooh.
out.
That's
also, I thought he
terrifying.
might have just been dreaming. And so I was
Samurai.
like, sometimes, you dream things and they seem real. And I would try to just, calm him down and make him relax. And a lot of times he just ended up sleeping in our room because he didn't really like to sleep up in his room.
Whatever was lurking in their new home continued to make its presence known during the night.
You're gonna be making hot dogs? Okay.
We heard knocking on the wall right behind us, and it sounded like not just knocking, but it sounded like someone was pounding on the wall. And it would start with just like one, and then it would kind of startle us, settle back in to sleep, and then it would be like 2 loud knocks, and then 3 loud knocks. We were like, what is that? Because it wasn't a creak, it wasn't a, something shifting. It sounded like literally a fist on the wall right above our heads.
Although they find the experience odd, Jamie and Ben believe there must be a rational explanation for the bizarre knocking.
Yes.
It's an old house, it has a lot of sounds, there's probably a lot of settling of the foundation. I would try to come up with anything else besides it being something paranormal.
Iron Dad, what's up? Oh no. Wicked, that's rough. And it's one of those where like, because you know it's there, you like can constantly see it.
Halloween came and went. It had been 2 months since the Shea family moved into their new home. Around the same time, while going to get groceries,
Marjorie, yes, we are.
Jamie has an unexpected encounter with a woman who claimed to have grown up in her house.
I was going shopping just at the local Walmart, and when I walked in the door, the greeter that happened to be working that day said, "Hey, are you Jamie?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Do you live in that house in Lamar?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "My family used to live in that house. I lived there when I was a kid." And I was like, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, it's haunted." And I said, "Oh." And this is when we first moved in. So this was brand new. And this is we had heard the knocking on the wall at that point.
The greeter also explained that sometime in the 1800s, a young boy had tragically fallen to his death out of one of the house's second-story windows.
I do, Samurai. Things be going. They be going.
She said that was a story that was passed on from her family. So I guess her family had owned the house for several years, for years and years. She had grown up there, and that was just something that was a story that was passed on to her, that a boy had fallen out of the window.
Wow, so they lied?
It was the window of the room.
No, I haven't watched that yet.
It kind of took me back to just be called out as I was walking into the grocery store. But she made a point to say that place is haunted. I experienced a lot of things, and I didn't pick her brain too much at that time because I was trying to get in and get my groceries and get out. But I did take her number, and then I ended up losing it because I wanted to ask her questions later.
Weeks would turn to months, with no activity to speak of in the Shea household.
There were times where everything would seem normal for a few months at a time.
But it's a
The
wild
family
ride.
became more comfortable in their new home
Definitely
and began
send,
to feel better about the move.
Send me a reminder in Discord. Especially right now because my brain's so like, what?
The peaceful days spent in the house would soon end, when Ben and Jamie's worst nightmare would become a reality.
I would take some of my work home from time to time, and so that way I could pick the kids up from school, and sometimes I would leave the office early and take my work, and after the kids went to bed I would finish up, and so I would be on the computer. I'd be working and I'd hear footsteps on the stairs, and so I would think one of the kids were up.
A huge butthole? Not even
The same
just
thing
a
happened to
butthole.
Ben when he would be there by himself. He would think one of the kids was up, and he would, you know, say, "Hey, you know, you're
no
supposed to be
can do.
sleeping. Go back to bed." And then we would go and
Mighty
check,
poo.
and everybody's asleep. So
No can do.
the footsteps definitely were not any of our kids walking up and down the stairs.
I'm scaring chat right now. Sniff, sniff.
Only a few nights later, Jamie and
feeling,
Ben
Wes?
would once again
Looks
be
great, though.
startled by
Thank you.
unfamiliar sounds.
Yeah, we're doing something, you know. I'm liking it.
She shops. I've never seen anyone spend money the way she does. She spends it like it's like there's.
We aren't even capable of discerning the difference between right.
Break out. 1-1 to Osmus. Breaking ball down and away. Astros hitters laying off those breaking balls down that induce primarily
Pictured
the
this
ground
and
balls.
laughed.
Suppan is
I
looking
almost
for.
read it as a huge burrito. Not gonna lie. My brain just don't work. Don't work
we'd
like
be watching
it
TV,
should.
and behind us we could hear the stairs, something bouncing down the stairs, and it sounded like a rubber ball, and he would report hearing the same thing. He basically described it the same way I did.
Would you guys leave or no? But alas.
Boom, 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 boom. And you would hear that. So it sounded like somebody rolled a ball
I don't
from
think
the
I'd
top
be
of
able
the
to
stairs
stay at
down the
this place.
stairs. And this all pretty much happened simultaneously. So when it was active, all of these things were going on.
But leave it to white people, y'all.
We kind of all kind of kept our stories to ourselves. I probably was more vocal about it just because of experiencing things when I was younger, and it kind of was, you know, reminding me of things that had happened when I was younger.
But she cannot fight the feeling that there is something more sinister lurking in their home.
Not gonna lie.
I think he
an ad
kind of
started
humored
playing.
me, but at the same time would come up with, you know, well, it's an old house that makes all kinds of noises. It could be the foundation settling, or he would try to comfort me and make
But
it something
listen.
other than paranormal.
For Jamie, the feeling was hard to shake, especially when the couple's 5-year-old son Bridger once again reported unusual activity in his bedroom.
It was really hard to get Bridger to sleep in his room. He was really scared of that room, and he would pretty much on every night report hearing voices, or his toys would go off in, you know, without, you know, while he was sleeping and make noise, and he had all kinds of reports all the time. It seemed like Bridger was the main, maybe it was
like,
his
okay,
room,
you know what?
or they were attracted
We're
to
not
him
gonna
for
live
some
here.
reason, but he
Go
went through the
skydiving.
most, I think, of anyone in the house.
I said I don't want to go into like a haunted place because I don't want some shit attaching to me as I go home. Well, thank you. Like, if y'all want to do it, have at it, but I'm not doing it.
I feel like things kind of progressed. Like it started off with just like the knocking and then the lights. Like we could not keep a light bulb burning in the hallway that was leading. It was the hallway that had the fireplace with all the like the pentagram and all that stuff when we first moved in. The hallway leading to that room, we had a lot of trouble. We couldn't keep a light bulb burning no matter what we did. We had an electrician come and look at it, and he says, everything seems fine. I don't have an explanation for you.
Sounds like you needed a new electrician.
Bridger would be scared to walk down that hallway, and so we ended up getting those touch lamps that are battery operated, and we just stuck them to the wall, and that way he could just kind of touch them on his way down the hall to give him some light. We couldn't keep batteries in them. They would only last for like maybe an hour, and then they would burn out.
The couple's oldest child, Tori, would also become afraid of the house.
Imagine not blowing up the house. Well, see, that's the thing, though. That doesn't do anything. They still follow you.
Tori started hearing Bridger's toys. Just like, it sounded like he was playing with his toys in his room. And so she would go in there and be like, you know, knock it off. You're too loud. I'm trying to sleep. And then she would realize he wasn't even in there, or thought he was hiding, you know, hiding from her when she opened the door. And in fact, he was in our room sleeping with us.
Yeah, because that's not nice.
The unexplainable phenomena occurring inside their home began to take a mental and physical toll on Jamie and her family.
Should have listened.
I never felt
when
like
that
we were
lady
in danger,
touched
but it was
the
just
handrail.
unnerving. There was always that sense of, I don't know, they're keeping my kids up, like they're not getting sleep, I'm not getting sleep, and so we were always exhausted, and I felt like
She's
that
crazy.
made everybody a little more irritable, and you know, so I feel like it was affecting us, you know, our, you know, health, our mental health, our physical health.
Jamie decided to see if the woman she met at the grocery store would have any more information that could possibly help her.
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask her more questions about it after things had started happening to us, because when I ran into her, it was very early on. We had experienced little to no, you know, paranormal activity at that time. And so when things started happening, I was like, I gotta talk to this lady and find out what she
You don't believe her?
experienced.
Wow.
She had given me her number, and
Rude.
I lost it. And so I went back and I was like, well, she works at Walmart. I'll just go see if I can find her. And I asked, and they said she didn't work there anymore. And I couldn't remember her name. I had no idea how to find her again.
Do you guys think she actually worked there?
Jamie would soon reach her breaking point when she has a terrifying interaction
Not
with her
even
5-year-old
close,
son,
Humpty.
Bridger.
But thanks.
She was actually with me when the scariest thing that happened in that house happened. So we were working on something on the computer. We were sitting side by side. It was a desktop. So we both had our chairs pulled up. We were working on the computer, and then whatever was on the monitor, it looked like something walked behind us.
No freaking way.
And we both were like, did you see that? And
Well,
we
thanks,
looked kind of
Humpty.
over our shoulder. We didn't know if it was a shadow or a reflection or what, but because of all the other things that had happened in that house, it seemed like it was something behind us we didn't know.
Jay, would you leave this house or no?
We were working on the computer. It was kind of probably around 8 or 9 at night. And Bridger comes down the stairs and he just kept staring like he was in a trance. And so I was like, Bridger, are you sleepwalking? And he just started laughing, like this
Nope.
Not his laugh, like the scariest laugh I've ever heard.
Like, well, guess you're
Just laughing and got right up
Stay
in
in
my
this
face
house.
and just was laughing and laughing and laughing. And I couldn't snap him out of it. So finally I kind of, like shook him a little bit. I'm like, Bridger, wake up. But our dog ran up the stairs as fast as it could, barking
Now there's
into
a dog.
Bridger's room, jumped on Bridger's bed, went to the corner of his bed, like that was against the wall, and started just barking like he had something cornered on Bridger's bed. So we ran up after the dog to see what was going on, and then when we came back down the stairs, the dog's leash was on the stairs. And before that, it was hanging up on a hook. So that was by far the scariest thing that I'd seen, because I thought my son was possessed at that point in time.
This lady lying. Imagine one of your million cats start laughing at that. Listen,
Jamie is now convinced her house is haunted
my cats
and
would
begins
know
searching for someone who can help her
if
family.
something wrong was happening.
I was like, there's no way
And I
can
would trust
explain this
them,
away.
unlike this lady.
We'd already had the balls, the sound of the ball bouncing down the stairs. We've had
Balls?
footsteps.
You talking
we've had
about having
doors
balls?
slamming. Any of that could be explained away by wind or, old house. But at that point, I was like, no, there's something not right.
Around this time, Jamie wrote an article for the local newspaper describing the weird things that had been happening in her home.
It's always the articles.
It wasn't long after when the Central Arkansas Society for Paranormal Research saw the article and decided to contact Jamie. They agree on a date and time the paranormal team could come out to the house later that month. But little did the Shea family know that tragedy was right around the corner.
I had picked up the kids from school. We had a minivan, and both of the boys were buckled in. They had their, one had their half car seat, one had the full car seat in the very, very back. Tori was sitting up front, and I had just picked her up from school. We were heading home. It was only about maybe a 3-mile drive, like from one exit to the next, to go home. But they were doing construction on the road at the time, and one of the barrels was out of place. And so it was kind of in the middle of the road, in the middle of the lane. And so I went to like dodge it, and I just overcorrected, and we ended up flipping several times.
How did you not see it?
Rolled up the
ahead of
embankment.
time? Truthfully.
We went completely head over heels. Sometime in that process, Tori was ejected from the van, and the van rolled over on top of her, and she was
Y'all, she
pinned
might have done that on
underneath
purpose.
the van. I didn't know where she was, because when there was glass everywhere. We were all, I was all scraped up, and I looked over and she wasn't in her seat. And so then I checked, and Bridger and Jackson were still buckled in, hanging upside down, because the van was upside down. I couldn't find Tori, and another car, some lady was running like full speed towards me and said, "There's someone underneath the van."
Just saw the pin message. I do the same in the ocean. But I have like 10 petrified turds. Just
General Hospital. This is Medic 5 currently in
That is
your
terrifying.
facility. ETA of about 10 minutes.
why do you guys shit in open water like that? Do you know it'll
Miraculously,
attract a shark?
13-year-old Tori ultimately survives and recovers in the emergency room with life-threatening injuries.
Jeebus Jehoshaphat.
It had rained really hard for several days before
Turds
that.
attract
and I think that's
sharks,
the only
y'all.
thing that saved her life.
You're
because the
welcome.
ground was really soft and she was able to sink.
You know how when you
in, so
fart, it
did
bubbles?
break
That's
her back.
actually a
She
shark breathing.
Had compression fracture. Sorry, it's really hard for me to talk about this. But I think that she would not have made it if the ground had not been soft like that.
Ground being soft? What are you talking about?
Leading up to the devastating crash, the paranormal activity in the home became unbearably obvious.
Ben had seen what looked like the tail end of a Victorian gown going up the stairs, just the very tail end of it. Like he just caught it out of the corner of his eye. We had seen what looked like pipe smoke, like in the kitchen on the counter. Like there was nothing
Falcons,
there,
what's
but
up?
it just like a little stream of smoke, and it looked like it was coming off like a cigarette or a pipe.
Three quay. I read queef.
So things, we had started seeing things and hearing things, and it was getting a lot more active. Bridger was getting more and more scared to sleep in his room.
The ghosts were
We
like,
were losing
shit.
sleep. So this was all happening
not too
leading up
bad.
to the day of the wreck. And then we started seeing things out of the corner of our eye. We saw what looked like the outline
They
of
all
a
share an
shadowy
eye.
figure in the window upstairs.
tasted queef before?
That happened the same day as the wreck. So that was something that did happen. I don't think the house caused the wreck. I think we were just under so much stress and so sleep deprived, and just our whole,
Giant,
home life
what's up?
was just out of whack. I just think that, maybe it made me a
I
little more
know.
jumpy, and
Do you think
I
she
think
made
that
a
could have
book
played
too?
into the wreck, but I don't think
And
that
is selling
an
it?
entity caused the wreck. Nothing jumped out in front of me or, took the wheel or anything like that. I just think it was just the pure exhaustion for being in that house.
Didn't you just say that there was just a random ass cone or whatever? Now it's exhaustion? You guys know. what I'm
After
talking
spending time in the ICU
Disagree, okay?
and a total of 10 days in the hospital, Tori is finally released to go home.
about. It's about time. Jeez.
Months later, after seeing progression in her daughter's health, Jamie reaches out to the paranormal group to schedule a time they could visit
Retroactively.
the house.
We kind of pushed back them coming to investigate until Tori was healed a little more.
I feel like absolute shit, to be honest. Giant.
The Central Arkansas Society
But
for
that don't
Paranormal
stop us
Research
from working.
would soon arrive for their investigation at the Shea house. The group is led by Karen Schillings, along with psychic medium Angela Lowe, her husband Alan Lowe,
Like, I
and
believe in
daughter
this kind of
Violet,
stuff, but it's
who
like,
also possesses the gift to communicate with spirits.
it's tough when so many people
Upon
fuck
entering
shit
the
up.
home, the psychics Angela and Violet would quickly notice a shift in the energy.
Yep. I've had a sore throat for the past 2 days. I'm boogery. And it's
When
stupid.
Violet approached Bridger's bedroom, she immediately felt surrounded by several negative spirits.
Wow. Boogery. Wait, Kibble, what? Please don't give it to
I
coffee.
think she used the word like a sea of people.
We
I
have
don't know. I remember it was
pretty,
whatever she said. She made it sound like it was like a crowd
confirmed
of
who we get sick from.
That was in Bridger's room.
From
where she
Coffee's work.
experienced that. And that was where he
But
would report that he
I understand.
He was like, I can't sleep. I'm hearing all this talking, and we would ask what kind of talking. And he was like, I can't understand. Everybody's talking over each other. So and that would make sense that it was multiple, because it would be a lot of noise from a lot of different spirits.
This lady's a genius. That would make me rage, dude. It literally, like, it's crazy how much
Jamie would
one of the
reveal
guys at
important
his work
information to help the team understand the history of the property.
does not know how
One
to
of my
cough.
teachers from my high school was part of the historical society, and so I asked her questions about it because I knew that she knew a lot about the history, and she verified that it was the original stagecoach stop and was like a speakeasy type place, and then it was also the county jail at one point. I mean, so I got all of this from someone that was a member of the historical society.
Alright, there we go. Ash, yeah.
The group decided to use a spirit board in an attempt to contact whatever was haunting the home.
Dude needs to
They were
check the
asking
end of
Ouija
a
board questions. They asked if the spirit,
I don't know. I can't
that was
threaten
in the
right now.
house had a name, and it did spell out S-E-T-H, Seth.
Uh-oh, cupcake.
So when they started asking the Ouija board questions,
Why do people gotta bring out the Ouija board?
If when the spirit was alive, and the spirit responded on the Ouija board, never. And this was after we had already figured out that the name of the spirit was Seth. They asked what the name
I need to
was,
fix
and it said Seth, and they asked how,
the shadow
when
on Jack right
it
now
was
because
alive,
he's
and
starting
it
to
said
look like a
never.
very, very unfortunate
Then after
person.
that, is the very next question was, have we seen you or can we see you? And then the Ouija board started going in a figure 8 and then ended up going to the camera and pointing at the camera. So
You're
I
gonna
guess
skip it?
They were like,
do it.
You can see me on
I
this
believe
camera.
in you.
Immediately after the planchette
No, you
turned to the
never
camera,
mess with those. I have a
Alan
hard
Lowe,
time
the
even messing
technical
with those
specialist
things
of the
in
group,
games.
notices something chilling on his viewing monitor.
I almost ended a game that I was playing because I didn't want to mess with the Ouija board.
So after the Ouija board and the planchette went and pointed at the camera, they reviewed the footage, and this was very similar to what I saw when I was walking down the hallway. It looked like it was a figure that started forming from almost the ceiling. It was very tall. It wasn't, just a small little shadow. It looked like a head kind of formed, and then you could kind of see the shape of a human figure, but nothing was defined. It was kind of transparent, and it lingered for a minute. It would kind of form and then kind of start to disappear a little bit and then kind of come back. So this happened for several seconds, and then it was gone.
Jamie fears that the group may have unleashed something even darker into
Oh,
their
you
home
think?
after using the Ouija board.
It never felt so bad, and before
I hate
the Ouija
people
board,
sometimes.
I feel like after that, for the next few hours, it was very scary in there. I mean, the whole house turned like ice cold.
Right.
It felt just evil.
Yeah.
It just felt horrible. We were freaked out a lot, but we never felt that like pressing, like malicious feeling.
Brought that on yourself.
Until after the investigation.
Yep. Brought it on yourself. Phone when you have time? Okay. Hi, Michael. Are you gonna talk about my my painting? Oh, this Sunday night?
Using a Native American tradition, Angela and Violet burned sage to bless the house.
So
Oh my
after they did
gosh,
the Ouija
Johnny,
board,
do your
they
thing.
immediately did
Do
the
your thing.
cleansing, and that did help. Just the sage.
You know what, I'm gonna
and,
redo this part.
It was. I felt confident that what they did was going to help us.
And it just made it worse. Right? It's looking good already. Thank you. I'm in a not sure type of
So
view.
Casper, some of the members, especially the mediums, said that it was one of the most active, if not the most active presence as far as spirits in the house that they had ever encountered on any of their investigations. And so, I mean, that's tough to hear when you're living in that house and you're told that there
I just want to say,
not just
those of you that were in here when they did like the walkthrough, do you remember what she said that they saw on the mantle of the fireplaces? Okay, some of you came in like at the middle. Pause her while she's smiling. Let's. The fact that I just went like over a second, she was already smiling. Yeah. So, yeah, she said that they saw a pentagram and full name carved into one of the spots on the fireplace. Make it make sense why you would why you would still move in. Excuse me for the fault. The fault had let go. Wow, I guess did y'all see me stepping? Because my Fitbit just told me congrats on hitting 250. Good job, us, you guys. Good job, us. Who's farting? Apparently everybody, especially Bailey for shitting.
And you're living in that house and you're told that there are not just one spirit, but multiple
Saw you were live painting?
spirits
Yes.
in the house, ranging from completely harmless to possibly malicious. That would be Violet. She said that she sensed at least a dozen, maybe more spirits in the house.
Despite their efforts to cleanse the house of any negative energy, the activity only continued.
Did it get worse?
I feel like after we tried doing the cleansing and having the investigation, and they did what they could to help us. At that point, we're just kind of at the end of our rope, messing with our nerves and our sleep and our moods, and being able to just come home and feel like this is our sanctuary. We never really got that in that house.
Never. I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
Bridger was in the trance and the stuff with the dog, I just feel like we were just done, and we started looking for a way to be able to leave that house.
Should have never been.
Ben and Jamie ultimately decided to put the house up for rent while they traveled out of state for work.
So they let somebody else fall victim to this, y'all.
It wasn't long after that we left to go out of state and just decided to rent out the house. So we left as soon as we could.
In 2007, multiple articles were published online, which detailed the horrific events that took place in the Shea home. New Dominion Pictures, a production company based out of Virginia, would find the story online and contacted Jamie regarding the possibility of turning her family's experiences into a documentary.
Oh, see.
I just received a phone call from a producer from the show A Haunting, and she introduced herself and said that she had found our story that was posted by Casper after the investigation. She said it sounded like something they might want to do a show about, and asked if we'd be willing to do interviews, set up interviews. So she asked a series of questions. I feel like the first phone call lasted pretty long, and then she scheduled another one to ask more in-depth questions. And so it was like a 2 phone call interview, and then
Apparently
they scheduled someone to come to
Apparently
the
not.
house to actually shoot the interview with us on camera.
In January of 2007,
Big
a
trouble.
film crew was sent out to shoot interviews with Jamie and Ben.
So they came and they, it was just Ben and I. They didn't talk to Tori or Bridger, or Jackson was too little. But
Yeah, I'm mad.
they didn't talk to any of the kids. So they probably took 3 or 4 hours for Ben and I both individually. So it was a full day, maybe an 8 to 10 hour interview day.
Eight to 10 hours. Coffee still works more hours than that.
The episode, titled Where Evil Lurks, would be released on Discovery Channel in September of 2007.
Wes, you were allowed to say that. Then what'd Jay get in trouble for?
Although the documentary boasts an 8.1 out of 10 on IMDb, Jamie revealed that the show left out important details and embellished some of their experiences.
It was up to the point where Casper comes in, where they start to get a little shady with it.
Oh shit, drama,
When
y'all.
I was driving the kids home, nothing went out in front of the car. It was just the barrel in the road, and I was trying to dodge it. So there was no phantom looking Ghost of Christmas Past looking figure that ran in front of the car or anything like that.
Fight.
I was so mad when I first saw it. I was like, why would they change our real stories? They were so much better.
I don't even know what you guys are saying, so.
The Shays would make multiple attempts to return and live in the house, hoping the activity would stop after being away for months.
Did they just completely leave it?
But this, unfortunately, wasn't the case.
Michael, exactly. Exactly, Kibble.
One time we were just playing cards.
Oh, it's
it
still
was
going?
Just the family. This was, I mean, it wasn't in the middle of the night. This was like maybe 6 or 7 o'clock at night. We were all in the kitchen, and it was back when you used to burn CDs, so you'd burn like different tracks, on a CD. So we were listening to a burnt CD.
I get you. Isn't this what like Led Zeppelin was back in the day that everybody
the player jumped to track 99, just like jumped to track 99, and over again on repeat it kept saying, you need to help, you need to help, you need to help, you need to help, over and over again. And that it makes me sick to my stomach to even think about it. That it really freaked me out.
Oh, what if she just shit her
so
pants?
then we went and tried to find it. Like, is there any song that had those lyrics in it anywhere on that CD? And it wasn't.
What? Hold on, you guys. Look at this sweetie, you guys.
That night, the family gathered what they could out of the house and left for good.
Your godfather's here too. You know her. She big buzzing. Uncle Bass is there. Uncle Jay. Your godmama is here. I know.
As of 2025, Jamie has become co-host of the podcast, The Unexplained Archives, which she runs with close friend Jennifer Gentner.
I love her so much.
Robbie Mannheim
Yeah,
allegedly
I do.
became possessed by something very, very dark.
Every week, the duo dives deep into popular and lesser-known paranormal stories and strives to shed light
What's
on
up?
various supernatural conspiracies.
She's such a cuddle bug,
So
y'all.
we've talked a little bit about my haunted house in Arkansas. It was
Wes, are you guys
featured
gonna
on
get a
the,
kitten?
on a haunting on the
Even
Discovery
Stryker
Channel.
put in for
And
a
I actually
kitten.
got to interview
Just
with Austin Kraska, and he has the
Who's that?
Ghost Files on YouTube. He's a documentarian, and I got to interview with him and tell my real story, which was awesome. And he was a great guy. And what's really exciting is he's our guest today. So I'm super excited about that.
Her nub tail is just so freaking cute too. Wait, you can. You want to come hang out over here? Oh my God. Don't be showing off your beehole, okay? Do not. What are you doing? Do you want to cuddle? Are you like?
Definitely, this house was the
Hi.
most active paranormal experience
I love
that I've
you.
ever been through.
What's up? She's just a baby. Oh my goodness. She's just a baby. What? You sleepo?
It did make me
Hmm?
realize that outside
big
stressors like that
sleepo?
can really take a toll on your health.
He's sliding down. Here, I got you. Hi. No, Wes, you gotta leave to go adopt a kitten. Right?
I feel like it affected my family, and
What?
that was the most important to
You
me
need
was
to. I'm
get
just
out
saying,
of that
Wes.
situation so that we
Just-
could all
you need to.
have a sanctuary to go to and not a place that caused more stress.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Why is everybody going now?
This kind of stuff does happen.
She's telling everybody to adopt a cat, okay? See? What? Really? Look at his belly. Look at that belly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love you. Miss Murder? What? Oh my gosh, I thought you said goodbye, kitty, and you said that. I know, she's super cute and small. So is her tail. Look at that. Why based? Okay. You do not kick her buns ever. Oh, Dutch is back. He's a snail, you guys. Dutch is a snail. Hey, sweetie. Are you really leaving, Jay? No, I'm trying to influence everybody to get as many cats as possible. Okay? She says so, right? Okay, she's looking angry and cranky. Angry and cranky. Your entire paw just like went in my mouth. What? You want some food? Oh my god, tell Keith I said hello. Excuse me. I gotta pause this really quick. I have to pee really bad. I also should probably stop and go lay down. But you know what? I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. But don't tell Jay. Okay? I kind of like you guys. Okay? I fuck with y'all. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? That's just what it is. When I walk in the club, all eyes on me. This is how we do in the NYC. I have to pee. 1 second. Thank you, Miss Murder. Y'all, I tried popping that pimple again and it didn't work. You have to sit in silence though. A haunting in Indiana? Oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta watch this one too. How long is this? Sorry, I gotta pee.
I love GoodRx because it has saved my dog's life.
Your dog?
He's on 21 pills a day.
Oh my gosh.
In addition to
look at
saving on that one
him.
medication, I'm saving hundreds on the other medications.
I love him so much.
I don't know what I would do without.
All right, this is like an hour. That'll be good. Okay, what's
It wasn't long after 24-year-old Jennifer Patterson moved into her dream home when she began to notice unexplainable activity.
On several different occasions, when I would come home from work, I would hear like people talking in the house. You couldn't ever really tell what they were saying, but you could tell that they were having a conversation.
Things would get even stranger at her housewarming party.
So I had invited one of my friends, and she brought one of her friends and her friend's boyfriend. He's like, there's people in this house. I'm like, yeah, a lot of them. So we're having a party. He's like, no, they're not alive. And they don't want you to be here. This is their house.
Her dream home slowly turned into a real-life nightmare.
Both of us were asleep for some time, and it sounded like someone kicked the front door in.
I mean, I was shoved down the stairs. I think that was when the realization really set in that my house was haunted.
It's the summer of 2008. 24-year-old Jennifer Patterson is ready to start the next chapter of her life and find a place of her own.
When I graduated high school, I lived in town, just like a couple blocks from my parents. And I had always boarded my horse. And the one thing that I wanted was to have my horses at my house. So a couple years after, I graduated, my dad talked to this guy and he's like, hey, my dad just died. The house has 5 acres and a barn. Would you guys be interested in looking at it to possibly buy it? And my dad told me about it, and he's like, it's a pretty, cheap for that amount of land and the size of the house for one person, so.
When this seemingly great opportunity was offered, Jennifer decided to take a look at the house.
There was a stocked pond in the back. It had a cute little front porch, and in the living room there were like these wooden beams that were exposed that I thought were really cute.
You know,
She immediately fell in love with the craftsmanship inside the home
says not actual
and knew the
house.
5-acre property would be perfect for her 2 horses.
There were just things
Like
in
to
the
live
house
inside?
that I thought were neat for, you know, a little country house.
Heck yeah.
I saw the potential and I loved some of the character of the house, and so we bought it.
It didn't take long for her to make up her mind.
He has a super tiny
and knew
mouth under
this
his
was the
nose.
place she wanted to live.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make it
Before
not
I even
look
moved
like...
in, I had the keys, but I hadn't moved in. This girl that I was working with,
Trying to make him
she
not
wanted
look
to
like
see
a
the house.
dictator.
She's like,
So,
let's go look at the house, because, you know, we were friends and we were bored. So I was like, okay, let's go out there. We walk in, and the way you would go in is
dictator,
you would go
yep.
through the garage, and you would be able to see from the doorway to the garage all the way back to the bathroom. It was just like one big old long. And she walked in first, and she goes, "Who else is here?" I'm like, "Nobody, just us." She goes, "Well, I just saw somebody walk from across the hall in the back, you know, back there." And I'm like, "There's a bedroom, a bathroom, and a bedroom. There's nobody here." She goes, "Well, I just saw somebody walk across the hallway." She said that she had like weird vibes on the house, like she felt like she was watched and, you know, just weird things. But I was just like, whatever.
can everybody give me a rundown on what's
Jennifer
happening?
thought this incident was odd.
Oh my gosh, it does
but
sound
she
like
didn't
Phyllis.
put too much stock into what her friend was saying. Over the next few days, Jennifer finally began moving her belongings inside the home.
Right before all of my belongings were coming in, I went back to the master bedroom, and, you know, it's
DJ,
old
thank you
people
for
lived
liking
there.
the live.
So it kind of
Appreciate
smelled like a nursing home. But then as soon as I would turn around to go out of the room, a giant like whiff of aftershave, the old stinky kind, like the old Old Spice, it would come and be like waft. And I'd be like,
Take
oh
that
God.
back.
So I walk into the hallway and, you know, go into the bedroom on the cross from the other one, and it would just smell like an old person's house. And then I would turn around and I'd get a big whiff of that Old Spice again. And it was like somebody was following me. You know, I wouldn't smell it because I'm walking in somewhere, and then I'd turn around and bump into somebody almost. Like, it was gross.
Chat,
I
what do
looked
you
in
think? Do
the
you
bathroom
believe
in the
her?
medicine cabinet, but there was nothing in there. There was a closet in the hallway, but it was empty.
Once fully settled in her new home, the strange activity would continue.
I wish that soup
On several different occasions, when I would
was
come home
good
from work,
to order.
I would hear.
I feel like
people
there's never
talking in
been
the
like a
house.
soup place that I'm like, oh, I would just order this.
I didn't have a working radio in the house.
Unless it's
I
pho.
had a TV, but the TV was off. There were other times when I'd be in bed and I would hear people talking like in the bedroom across from mine. You couldn't ever really tell what they were saying, but you could tell that they were having a conversation.
Man, mind your business then.
By the sound of the voices, I could never gauge how far or away they would be. It was almost like you could just hear somebody talking, and you'd be like, you'd turn around to look to see where it came from, and it stops. And then you just go look around looking for it, and you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Aside from the unexplainable voices, Jennifer would often hear the sound of old music, but she could never find a source for it.
There were times when I would hear like music and the TV would be off and I would just be either laying in bed or maybe doing the dishes or something. But I could never find the source. You know, I would look, maybe there's a car coming down the road with loud music, but I would look.
I don't think I've ever had clam chowder, to be honest.
It was hard to really hear it, but it was kind of like the old twangy country. Sometimes it wasn't like new country. It was like the old twangy country, like from the, I don't know, 30s, 40s.
Never had clam chow chow.
Despite the recent strange activity, Jennifer decided to host a housewarming party.
So I had invited one of my friends, and she brought one of her friends and her friend's boyfriend.
It didn't take long for her friend's boyfriend to unexpectedly approach Jennifer during the party.
And he's like, there's people in this house. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of them who are having a party. He's like, no, they're not alive. And they don't want you to be here. This is their house. I was like, this is my house. We're having a party.
Where'd all my friends go?
Chill.
Sleep.
And then like,
kind of what I feel like doing.
After he told me, you know, there's people in the house, they're dead, they don't want you here, a man and a woman. I never saw him the rest of the night. I mean, my friend was still there, and her friend was still there, but I never saw him the rest of the night.
Keyboard, what's up?
The next day, Jennifer tells her friend about the odd interaction she had the night before.
And after that party, I, told my friend, I was like, your friend's boyfriend is a little weird. She goes, yeah, he's a psychic. And he told me what he said to you. And I'm like, is he like legit? She's like, I don't know.
Figuring someone was just trying to play a joke on her, Jennifer blows the incident off, determined to live a peaceful life in her dream home.
I was dealing with things that I didn't want to tell anybody, like that was happening at the house, because I didn't want to look like a weirdo. Nothing had ever happened to me prior to living in that house. I mean, I've been to places where people say, oh, it's haunted, and nothing ever happened. And I move in that house and all hell breaks loose.
All caught up. That's what happened.
Around the same time, one of Jennifer's co-workers approached her, explaining that she knew the previous owners who had lived in her house.
They always do.
She was like, so you bought the place? And I was like, yeah, it's really cute. And she's like, oh, I knew the owners. I'm like, oh yeah? She's like, yeah.
According to the co-worker, Carl Johnson
You are.
had built the home for his wife,
Based.
and they had lived in the
Live up.
house for decades.
He built the house for him and his wife and their like 4 kids. They lived in the basement while he built the upstairs.
Hi, Frey.
They were very religious. She passed away in what was my bedroom. He wasn't the same once his wife passed away. Like he loved her so much. Like he wouldn't use the dishwasher because she was the only one that could run the dishwasher. She was the only one that could load it and unload it. So he would never use the dishwasher.
Johnson became distraught and very isolated after the passing of his wife.
And she said that he would just sit in the living room and pretty much mourn her death until he passed away.
Jennifer had also learned that the previous owner, Carl Johnson, had died in the home exactly a year before she moved in.
I just knew that the parents had died. I didn't know that they died in the house when we bought it.
So realtors
If it
and
is
stuff
haunted,
don't have
it's
to
just
like
the people
tell
that
you
live
that
there
kind of
because they loved
information
the house.
unless you
That's
ask,
what I
right?
kept telling myself.
After this shocking discovery, the activity in her home slowly began increasing.
Well, the attic door wasn't shut all the way, so I went over there and I shut it and I pulled on it to make sure, it was secure. My dogs were on the couch sleeping and I was just watching TV, and all of a sudden that attic door just bam opens up and hits the door jamb behind it.
The hash slinger or
My
slinging
dogs
slasher.
ran over there, all the hair on the back of their necks
listen.
standing up, barking up the stairs of the attic. They were pissed.
Yeah.
And they just kept barking, and I'm just like, nope, I ain't going over there to see what it is. You guys can take care of it. That scared them.
Leave it to your
which
dogs,
scared me
huh?
really bad. I had never seen my dogs that mad. The basement flooded when it rained and we didn't know it. They lied to us about lied to me and my parents about the basement, saying that it never flooded. They just had a pipe burst or something and they dried it out and it was fine, but no.
Wow.
You would have a swimming pool in the basement when it rained.
Jennifer believed she could coexist with the spirits of the former owners. This was until the activity became more aggressive in nature.
I was putting clothes in the washer, and then I had ripped off a couple panels off the wall that had been rotten just to, kind of help my parents clean it out, and that was when I heard a get out.
Get out.
I kind of didn't know if I really heard it, and then I continued to pull panels off the wall, and then it was louder, and I said, get out. So I was like, yep. And I ran up the stairs and something grabbed my leg.
See ya.
And I swear to God, I felt the fingers wrap
Based,
around
are you
my
not
leg, and I
seeing
just
anybody's
booked it
chat?
up the stairs. And after that, I was like, something grabbed me. So yeah, I think that was when the realization really set in that my house was haunted.
That's when it was? Oh, your friends. Wow.
Months would pass by while the strange activity continued.
Exactly, Humpty.
So one night I got home and there was a big picture window in the front of the house.
Hi, Andre. How you doing?
I'm getting out of my car and I see a silhouette of this, it must have been a big old silhouette of a man. And my dogs are just going nuts. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to go in there.
Bitch.
So, I mean, that was when I called my
You just
brother.
left
and
your dogs?
He came over and there was nobody in the house, but I for sure saw him, and my dogs were not happy that something was weird in the house when I got home. Because they usually weren't barking like they were when I would get home. I would just hear them, their little tippy tappies on a linoleum. They weren't barking. They were just ready for me to come in the door.
After becoming closer to co-worker Sean Williams,
Hi, Dracorvus.
Jennifer
It's
begins
going pretty
telling
good.
him about the unexplainable things that have been happening in her home.
So Jennifer and I used to work together. We started talking, and one of the things that she talked about was that she's seen stuff going on in her house. And I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. And one day she came into work and she was walking kind of weird. I was like, what happened? And she said that she was doing laundry and the laundry was downstairs and she felt something push her down the stairs, and then she ended up hurting her ankle. That's kind of how we started talking about her house being haunted and stuff like that.
I had told him, a few things. I got pushed
Still
down the
work in
stairs. I probably
progress,
told
but
him
we're
I
getting
fell
somewhere.
down the stairs, but just that I would hear things and weird noises and stuff like that. I mean, I tried to tell myself I'm just clumsy and fell down the stairs, but when you're at the top of the stairs and you're just walking and you're not even at the stairs to start walking down, and you feel hands on your back and you like maybe a foot from the first step to go down and you just start rolling. I mean, okay, I get it. I'm short, and if I would have tripped, I'm pretty sure I would have landed on the floor and not go down the stairs, because that's how far away I was. I mean, I was shoved down the stairs.
I was just kind of wanted to understand it more, and because everything that I do, I'm really a guy of science. I like to understand things. And so it did intrigue me, but I was also kind of leery of like, is it really true? And
After becoming close friends, Sean would eventually ask Jennifer to go on a date.
The relationship that I was in ended, and Sean wanted to take me out, and I wasn't interested because I didn't want, I just got out of a relationship. Well, then he went on a date, and I saw red. I was very jealous, and I was like, well, maybe I do have feelings for this person. And so we started dating, and we were together for a while, and then I was like, well, would you want to move in with me? And he said yes.
so it was a 2-bedroom house, and we were in the one side, and the other side was the kids' room, and there was flies that seemed to develop in that room. We'd clean them up, and they just came back, and it only seemed to be kind of in their room. Never understood why, or could not find out. There was no smell, no methane, nothing that seemed to be attracting the flies. They just always ended up by that window.
The flies actually didn't start piling up until Sean moved in.
Wow. Dirty.
Every time I would vacuum up the flies that were, dying in the kids' room,
Kara, what's up?
the next day I would come back and there would be 80 more. To where I would vacuum those up again, and the next day there'd be more.
It is,
No idea
Chris.
I mean, there was obviously house flies in the house, but not concentrated like it was in that one room. It was one of those things that is just weird to interact with, and it's like, how is this
Flies
happening?
in the house.
The winter months was less,
And do be
but
like
there's still
that
flies
based.
there.
"60-mile-an-hour winds blamed for leaving the town of Eureka in the dark, and the local hospital on a backup generator for most of today." News 25.
Jen and I were sitting there watching TV late at night, and
I know,
the
I
way
just
the
realized
house was
that.
set up is the TV was in front of you. Left of the TV was the hallway to go to the back 2 rooms. And in that hallway, on the right-hand side, was a little pantry closet. The door opened, and there was an inflatable mattress device up at the top shelf, and that device ended up going completely across the hallway at the top shelf area and hitting the wall.
Hi.
So it wasn't like the device came off the edge and fell to the ground or anything like that. It cleared a 3-foot hallway and hit the wall approximately the same height as where it was being stored. Even if it
there's
did
too
fall
much
off the
detail around
shelf,
the mouth, it
it
will look
wasn't
like a
going to
mustache.
fall
Don't make too thick
straight across and hit the
eyeshadow.
wall. It would have fallen down and
He
maybe
does
hit the
have a
bottom
mustache.
corner of the wall. It
Mhm.
hit almost the same level across.
He's very smart and he usually can figure out anything. But when he couldn't, he's like, I now, realize
Jay, welcome
that
back.
this is something that I can't figure out. And I never faulted you, but I figured there was a way to, explain it. But now I can't explain it, so I know what you were talking about.
It's like, what's going on and how is this happening?
Some chocolate. What kind?
As the days passed by, the activity in the home became more frequent.
Nice, sweetie.
In the middle of the night, I woke up and next to the bed, there was a man standing there.
Oh, you good?
Couldn't see him, like a face or anything. It was just, he was blacker than the black in the room.
You can always request a
It would
snail
just be
painting.
like, if you're looking into the dark and all you can see is the head and shoulders, like the outline, because that's blacker than what's surrounding it. I'm like staring at it and I'm like, Sean. And then I'm like, Sean. And then I look back at it and it's gone.
Hi, Tosh.
I was just in disbelief and kind of, I don't know how to put it, almost surreal, I guess is the best way to put it, because, I mean, she's freaking out. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. I mean,
During another night, just about a year after he moved in, Sean would become fed up with the unexplainable activity.
We were, laying in bed and I always push the button to lock my bedroom door at night. Don't ask me why. I always lock my door. Sound asleep. And I hear the doorknob turn and out popped the, you hear the pop of the lock and the door opened.
She's a good cat.
Nope.
Correct.
That's woke me up because I'm a very light sleeper anyways, and that woke me up and scared the crap out of me.
She probably farted.
Hours after falling back asleep, Jennifer and Sean would suddenly be awakened by a loud bang.
it was probably 1, 2 a.m. Both of us were asleep for some time, and it sounded like someone kicked the front door in.
There was a loud bang, which scared both of us.
I have always on my nightstand a gun, so I ended up grabbing my 45
Hell
and
yeah.
started just clearing rooms because it sounded like someone busted the door down.
Hell yeah.
Cleared the upstairs, went downstairs, cleared the downstairs, could not find anything that made the sound, so I went outside and started clearing the outside. We lived at her house was on, what, 5 acres? So we ended up clearing the 5 acres, and I could not figure it out. Nothing was open, no damage, but it was enough that it woke both of us up. And like I said, I grabbed my gun and started clearing rooms, trying to figure out what was going on.
He grabbed a gun and he just started popping
When
off
I was living at
shots.
the house, that was my biggest concern, is protecting my family. I didn't physically have anything malicious happen to me. Jen did. And that's what the concerning part was, is, you know, protecting my wife and my kids. How do you protect it against something that you can't
Wait,
touch?
when did they get married? I missed that story.
The couple became even more concerned when their 3-year-old son began exhibiting strange behavior.
We noticed that our son was reading and then he would turn the book to show the picture to somebody that wasn't there in the room.
Oh my god, my stomach.
He seemed like he was talking to somebody. I just talked it up to, it's his imagination. We're trying to get him to learn to read and that. So he's got the little toddler books where he's opening it up and it's star, you know. It's not, when I say reading, he's not reading multi-chapter books, but it was star, and he's just sitting there, then flipping the next one, moon, and stuff like that.
Nothing was really happening to the children before that. It was just happening to me, or he was hearing things. But then when we noticed that that was happening, that's showing us that they're gravitating towards the kids now. And I was like, no. You leave them alone.
For Jennifer and Sean, this was the final straw. The young couple knew they needed to seek out professional help.
You know, I'm definitely a believer now, but I am more inquisitive about it. And when it's happening to you, that's where it gets more concerning, right? Because there's no way of protecting yourself against something that is not physically there and present, you know? And that's where I started getting concerned, and where I kind of don't want to touch it, don't want to deal with it.
I figured, we needed some help. I had reached out actually to someone else that was kind of a big paranormal investigator, and he emailed me back and said it wasn't worth his time. So then I went local.
Damn.
Jen was talking with people and wanted to research the house, and so we ended up finding this one people that would go through and look at the house.
Not suspicious, but wondering who that is.
In July of 2013, the Fort Wayne Shadow Chasers Para sisters agreed to come out and investigate the home and
Morticia,
property.
stop biting the speaker. What are you doing?
The team's investigators, Tina Lano and Jackie Hicks, along with psychic medium Cheryl Ferguson, arrive at the farmhouse for their investigation.
When they came the first time, I actually stayed. I wanted to see, I was kind of fascinated by paranormal investigating and things like that, but I stayed, and they just, did EVP sessions and just walked around the house checking for, with the EMF detector and just asking questions. And then that's pretty much all they did.
What's up, Justine? What are you doing, Tish?
What was that? What was it? Did you guys hear it?
Yeah.
No, you're like, what?
What was that? What was it? Did you guys hear it?
Yeah.
They ended up staying there the night to try to see what's going on. We didn't really get much feedback, but they said they wanted to come back again. So they ended up coming back the second time.
So when they came the second time, I waited on the front porch for them because I wasn't going to go in the house by myself because of everything that we had been through.
Long story short, fast forward, the first time that they stayed out overnight, they thought that we were messing with them with electronic devices because some of the stuff that they got just seemed like it was too perfect. So they ended up coming back the second time with her husband, who's an electrical engineer. And while they were in the house doing their investigation, he was looking for electronic devices that were hid. And it's like, we didn't hide anything at all. So we didn't know, at that time, we didn't know why they wanted to do it twice, but that's the reason why, and they never did find anything.
And they brought him to look and see if I had speakers and was trying to, you know, make it worse than and faking it, which I wasn't. I wouldn't have even known how to do that. But yeah, because they got some pretty clear EVPs, and they caught a man sneezing when it was all women in the house at the time. And I know that they got an EVP, I believe it was when I was leaving, and it says don't go. But yeah, they've got some pretty clear EVPs that they thought that I was faking it.
I thought you meant that 6 of you lived here.
I did too.
What was that? I thought you meant that 6 of you lived here.
I did too.
What was that?
Just keep them like this, you guys.
It's on my feet. Come on, turn off. Ooh, I feel like something just touched my arm. Yeah, something touched my feet. Come on over here by the car.
Yes. Twice on the floor for now.
I heard a yes, it was one thump.
The group performs a blessing on the house, with hopes to finally end the haunting.
I didn't really know much about like cleansing houses or getting rid of spirits. I didn't really know anything about that, so I thought, you know, whatever they were saying would work.
We ended up having sage burned once as a cleansing of the house, but it didn't seem to help.
The conclusion they came up with was we can sage the house, bless the house, and try to live with it. But they didn't think there was any way of getting rid of the entities that were there. You didn't get pushed down the stairs, and if I can get pushed down the stairs, are they going to do that to one of the kids? they don't deserve that. So no, I'm not going to coexist.
here,
He might
falling
love his
asleep,
house, but he can have it. I'm not,
Jennifer and Sean decided they could not deal with the paranormal activity any longer. Not wanting to risk the possibility of a physical attack on one of their children, the family would finally leave the home for good.
We're moving out, Jay? Good. Proud of you for putting your foot down.
So my parents took over the house to finish renovating and they're going to sell it for me. And they didn't believe in ghosts. They were very, very skeptic, very big skeptics. But they had experiences when they were there after we moved out. And they were the only ones there and so now they believe. They were in the basement. And when you open the door to the basement, there was a nail on the wall, and a fly swatter always hung there. I never used it. They were all dead in the kids' room. So my parents were in the basement. Nobody else was there. All of a sudden, that fly swatter was at the bottom of the stairs. And my mom's like, what is that? And Dad's like, it's a fly swatter. And she goes, that was hanging up by the door. He goes, I don't know. So then another time, my dad was there by himself, and he said that when he was in the basement, he heard the garage door open, somebody come in to the mudroom and shut the door, and walk through around like in the kitchen. He went up the stairs and there was nobody there. It was only his vehicle in the driveway. Garage door was shut.
Vehicle.
It was just him. Another time, my dad said that when he left the house, he shut the basement door. When he came back the next day to continue working on it, the door was wide open. When they were finished with their renovations, we put it on the market and had a realtor, and she sold it for us. And I think it's been sold 2 or 3 times now since we've lived there.
Everything that we tried didn't seem to help, so that's the reason why we ended up just moving out of there. And after we moved out, we haven't had anything happen since. The owners of the house did pass away there in the house. That was one of the theories, that it could be them trying to communicate in some lost business that never got addressed and something like that.
What I think is, the reason why things started happening when Sean moved in was because we weren't married and they were religious, and we started renovating the basement. Because like I said, the basement they built and they all lived down there while he built the upstairs. So us tearing down the walls because they got the water down there, I think he loved his house and he built that house, so he was not happy that we were tearing it apart.
On 2 separate occasions while living in the home, Jennifer claimed she was shoved down the stairs by an unknown force, resulting in various injuries that required medical attention.
Well, I had tried to grab the banister that went down the stairs, and I had a broken rib, and I think I tore a muscle in my shoulder. Just a lot of bruises. Thankfully, I didn't break my neck or anything. It was pretty scary because, like I said, I was a good foot away from the first step, and if I would have fallen, I would have been like at the first step, my head like right here. But I was shoved down the stairs.
It's still going.
In 2015, Jennifer would be contacted by New Dominion Pictures, a production company based out of Virginia, who were at the time searching for terrifying paranormal stories to share in Discovery Channel's upcoming 8th season of the hit show, A Haunting.
It was nice to go on a haunting and tell them my story, but then to have them, you know, make it so dramatic and dramatize it, and just that, you know, they added to my story to make it scarier. I mean, it was very scary, but the way that they made the ghost look, I mean, I never saw his face. I mean, he was always just a black shadow. So for them to make him look like he's got cornflakes with black paint on his face, you know, that's just, it was awful. And at the end, they, you know, made me out to be this horrible person by, you know, it was almost like they were cutting and piecing my words together and saying that I didn't care about if the person living there was having experiences. Like, I would care. I hope they're not. I mean, but I don't know if they are. So, I mean, if I were to do it again, I probably would have paid more attention to their, because I always watched the show before, but I thought that it was like genuine, because I never talked to anybody that, you know, did the show or anything. So it was just, I thought that they were going to be true. And the lady that was doing the questions, she pretty much told me that it was going to follow my story. So the actress who played me reached out to me like right before the episode aired, and we were talking, and she had told me that she wanted to know the true story, because she said that a lot of the stuff they were telling them to do wasn't even like part of the script. Like, she had read the script, and part of it wasn't even like what they were telling them to do or how to react wasn't even part of the script. Like, they were improvising on what, oh, that's not dramatic enough, let's do it this way.
My biggest concern is like I was saying earlier, is that a lot of stuff happened, but the way, and I understand that you have to have viewers and stuff like that, but a lot of the stuff was dramatized, you know? I didn't see the guy down in the basement when I was clearing the rooms and stuff like that. I was trying to figure out what made the sound and never did find anything that truly made the sound. And that's kind of where, you know, it's all about ethics, and it's all about, we really want to understand that ghosts are real, we really need to make sure that the true information is getting out, because once you start putting this stuff in that ends up discrediting the story, then you're discrediting the whole what's actually happening. And so everyone goes into this disbelief that it's not real.
In addition to fabricating what Jennifer and Sean told them during their interviews, the show also failed to include some key pieces of the story.
They got screwed over
The
by
scariest
a production company.
one that I think that a haunting didn't want to mess with was with my dogs, because it's hard. They have, you know, a budget. Dogs are hard to manage and had a small budget, I guess. And but when the door flung open to the attic and my dogs ran over there freaking out, that was a big one that they should have, you know, maybe not put so much into this. They should have put that scene in there, because that was very scary. I just random pictures of my dogs that I took in the living room, and there's like smoke right in front of them. And the local newspaper, when they found out a haunting was going to do my story, I had sent the newspaper those pictures, and people are like, she says smoking in her house. That's an ashtray right there. No, I don't smoke in my house. I have dogs. Hello, stupid?
Yeah.
I would zoom in and try to figure it out, and I'm like, well, maybe it's dust, or, somebody was driving by when I was taking the picture. I mean, I had someone from the Dead Files reach out to me after we had moved out. The house was empty and everything, but they sent me the paperwork and I signed it for them to come out with Amy to walk through the house. But after I signed the paperwork, they never got back with me. So, I mean, that was the only other thing that was going to happen at that house that I know of.
After their horrifying experience living in the house, Jennifer and Sean became more interested in learning about paranormal phenomena.
Afterwards, it intrigued my interest. We did go other places that were supposedly haunted. There's a place in Columbia City, the jail. We ended up going there and did some things, and I didn't really see anything there. I actually, down in the basement, is supposed to be the most haunted spot in the jail. I had lights off and had my recorder on, and I was down there for probably 10, 15 minutes, and I didn't see anything there, and nothing was recorded. But it did intrigue me, like I said, so I did do a couple ghost hunts and that, and never had anything there at the house. I did.
In 2022, Jennifer would appear on the United States of Paranormal podcast, which is run by Jeremy Golden, who would later offer Jennifer a spot as co-host of the show.
Well, actually, I started a new job, and Jeremy works for me at our job, and he started telling me that he has all these podcasts, and he has one called the United States of Paranormal. And I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. I lived in a haunted house. I was on a haunting. And he's like, what? So I went on to the podcast and I told my story, and, they asked questions and we just talked. And then a couple weeks later, he asked me if I wanted to join the podcast, and yeah, I've been doing it since.
I feel like a lot of this also is just like getting their podcast out there.
The realtor was aware of why we moved out, and I don't know if they disclosed that to the new owner, but I mean, I wouldn't want anybody to go through what we did in their home. So, I mean, I hope that whoever's living there is enjoying our cute little house.
If something was to attack, what do? This is the house that you live in, It's not like, okay, just don't mess with it anymore. It's like, no, I've got to come back tomorrow and stay in the same place. So it really opened my eyes and definitely made me understand a little bit more of what you're messing with that might not necessarily be something you want to mess with.
All right, you guys. I need to go lay down. I feel like absolute shit, truthfully. But did get a lot of Face is covered with this. I mean, obviously, there's still more to be done with it. Hi, Katana. Hello. But we're getting somewhere. Obviously, like I said, nowhere near being done. So take this as you will. Yeah, I got a nasty cold and my head is on fire. So it's not a whole lot of fun. We did really good today. I agree. Is there anybody that is on right now that you guys would like to go see? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go lay down. I am very, very tired and just pretty worn out, exhausted. So if you guys are on YouTube or TikTok and you guys would like to ever come on by, come hang out with us, we are over on kick.com/Slashley. Don't forget to check out my new YouTube video that I put out today as well. Huge shout out and thank you to everybody that showed up. I really do appreciate you guys. We're gonna be working on this again tomorrow. But yes, we still did like 5 hours today, so thank you, Katana. I appreciate that. I really do. So I could do cartwheels? Holy shit. Cartwheels? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm running a fever, so I'm gonna definitely check that. But even if not, I'm still gonna go lay down. Tisha's yelling at me too. So, but yeah, this is what we got going on right now. Like I said, nowhere near being done, but it's a pretty solid like start-ish, you know? Like I feel like people can understand who this is supposed to be, right? Right? Like obviously his mouth is a little crazy right now, but that's okay. That's okay. What is on my nose? Is that paint? Yeah. Okay. Bye YouTube. Bye TikTok.